Taylor Watch. Welcome back to a brand new year of Taylor Watch. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Everybody put on your baby blues.
Put on your, oh my God, we are. Yeah. Look at our baby blues and jeans.
Yep.
Oh, no, I'm not wearing my Uggs.
I'm wearing
Fuck,
brown.
I almost wore my Uggs though.
Ugh,
we would have been so matching. Well, and yes, we're here. We're back after.
Feels good to be back.
Feels good to be back.
Yeah.
Long break. We had a very long break at Barcelona. We're lucky to have that. We have the whole week off between Christmas and New Year, which is the best.
Yeah, thank God.
And yeah, we were just living La Vida Loca, living our lives.
You were abroad.
I was in little London town.
Yeah, I want to hear everything about it.
I was having the time of my life. It's a miracle that I'm even sitting here right now.
Your outfits
I did
were
not
so
want to
cute.
leave. Thank you so much. I didn't even post all my outfits because I don't know why I didn't. I started just being like excited to be living. And
no, I kind of noticed you were like on your TikTok game.
I was trying.
Yeah.
When I'm doing things like that, I'm more excited to like be posting.
For
I
sure.
feel like when it's a regular day, I don't care as much, and I think too much about. Well, no, that's a lie. I care so much that I like overthink it.
Right.
And I'm like,
You're like this
today,
is boring.
Yeah, like I didn't do an outfit video today because what is my fucking outfit?
Same.
You know, like I'm not excited about it, but I need to find other things in between. I had a lot of fun at. I did 2 teas while I was there, 2 high teas.
Looked amazing.
The rosewood one was out of control.
Yeah.
Like that was a specifically themed for like Christmas time. It was like a Charles Dickens themed tea.
Love it.
So the desserts were like Oliver Twist and A Christmas Carol and like they, they looked like Scrooge's hat. You know, it was
Cute.
like they were really interesting. It was very creative, beautiful. But I stayed at the Corinthia, and a major shout out to the Corinthia, one of the most beautiful hotels I've ever stayed in.
Wow.
And just the nicest people. Like I feel like when I go abroad, I'll stay at nice hotels, because especially if I'm staying by myself, because I'm worried about like, they keep track of you. You know what I mean? Like they kind of notice when you come and go. And that's something that they did for me. Like they were always like, oh, welcome. They're like, oh, good. We saw you leave before. Oh, good. You got back in time.
Nice.
Oh, good. Like they just were kind of aware of me in a way that made me feel safe. So shout out to the Corinthia for that. And just for being a lovely place to stay.
Something that I saw that looked so cool was the Marie Antoinette.
Oh my God. I did not know that was happening.
Or something? Was it a
So
pop-up?
it's a limited time thing. It's still going on right now. I don't know how much longer. So if you're in London, if you're going to the Victoria and Albert Museum, they always have a good exhibit going on. Last time I was there, when I went to the Victoria and Albert, they had an exhibit for it was like a divas, it was called like divas exhibit.
Nice.
And it was like all these fashions over time and like of like singers and actresses and like famous divas over time. And this time it was a Marie Antoinette style exhibition. And so it was like a lot of her jewelry, a bunch of her, it was fucking crazy.
It was incredible. The pictures. I was really like, I was watching every single one so intently.
Thank you for watching them. It was nuts. Like, and I always
shoes,
get worried about
the dresses.
The shoes were insane.
Yeah.
The
guillotine?
How about that?
Yeah.
So that's what I was about to
Or
fucking say.
guillotine,
The
should I say?
guillotine.
Yeah.
So listen to this. So yes, they had they have old style outfits of hers. Some of them were recreations. Others were like dresses of her ladies' maids and stuff.
Right.
But as far as her actual physical clothing from the time, they only had a few like scraps of fabric and stuff.
Okay,
like
that's what I assumed.
If you had seen me post, I posted a couple of things like that if people were watching me post these things. But it was, obviously it's from the 1700s. It's like a million years ago. So it's hard to, have gotten your hands on things like that, especially when her life ended the way that it did and they were captured from Versailles and like all this shit.
The note was crazy.
Oh my God. So we're seeing all the fun fashions, the jewelry, whatever. And then there's like this dark hallway and it's like ominous, and you walk in and it's like her last note that she ever wrote, the thing with a lock of her fucking hair and her son's hair. Nuts. And that I took a picture super close. It was actually really small, but it looked bigger in the picture. And then the fucking guillotine, which I learned something else new that and shout out, and hold on, let me put it all in order, because remember how we were upset and trying to go to Madame Tussauds, and we were kind of jumping through hoops. Okay, I don't know if we ever talked about this on the pod, but they were telling us we couldn't film, and they were telling us we couldn't. We were like, well, what if we just everybody takes videos on their cell phones?
They wanted to basically
what?
sign the rights away to whatever video we posted.
It was, but in a way that was like, even
really intense.
Our lawyer people were like, wait, what the fuck? No, like this is bizarre. Like, we were just trying to do like a little vlog. Like it was dumb. So turns out the Madame Tussauds family, the Tussaud family in that time period, which they were around back then.
Yeah.
They became famous because one of the, I guess the uncle Tussaud, whatever, he was a very good wax worker. And then once the revolution started happening, all these wars were happening, they had enlisted Marie Tussaud, and she would make death masks, which is a thing that they would make like a cast of a head cut off, and something I did not take a photo of because I felt like chilled to my bones in that room with the guillotine, Gia, in a way that I never have before. Like that, I took that picture because I was like, well, this is the only time I'm ever going to see this. But there were other things in there. Like there were some like political cartoons of people holding her head up in front of a crowd. But there was pictures of a waxwork of her severed head made by the Tussaud people, and they also were the ones that had the guillotine. They like sought out the guy that one of the executioners or the son of the executioner or whatever, and they bought it from him.
Yeah.
And they used to have this thing, a chamber of horrors, they called it. Fucking crazy. Yeah, I had no idea.
I remember seeing that on your story, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that Tussaud is this Tussaud, and that's what it evolved into.
What a bunch of
now.
freaks.
Yeah.
And now it's like a
wax
you to go take a picture with Taylor Swift and Obama, like, and Prince William. It's like it's not like that. But I guess in London for a long time they had that Chamber of Horrors. Somebody said that it was opened back up, and I didn't look too much into it past that, but normally I think I'd maybe be interested in something like that because I do love horror, but I don't love
profiting off of
off of like Marie Antoinette's death was a different story. Like that was just the French. She was a victim of the French Revolution. She happened to be married to the king at the time, so it's like but
did she actually say let them eat cake?
No, that was like a fake like rumor political cartoon thing. There's so many. So there was this one. I forget if I posted it, but this one political cartoon was her sitting on, here it is. Oh no. It was her sitting on like her husband's lap, and her, like, you can't really see it, but it's her like sitting on his lap, right?
Yeah.
And the thing describes it as like, oh, she was here, I'll tell you. Pamphleteers were instrumental in shaping damaging narratives about Marie Antoinette. These defamatory rumors tarnished her reputation and stoked anti-monarchical sentiment, which peaked during the revolution. This satirical illustration from a politically charged play casts her as an immoral queen asserting dominance over a powerless king. It depicts the queen with exposed breasts, pleasuring her husband while making a cuckold gesture. So like they just hated these two because they would just sit in Versailles and drink and eat all day long, which I get. But what else were they going to do? They weren't the people, right? You know, it's kind of crazy to think about how Marie Antoinette, I think, gets the kind of treatment that like people are obsessed with her. They're obsessed with her story in the same way that people are obsessed with like Princess Di and obsessed with some of these other people. But I think she was totally a victim of like, she was a young girl. She got married off from Austria to the French king, and she had to like learn their ways, and she tried to make the most of it. And then she got her head chopped off just for being in the wrong place.
Crazy.
It's like, it's just kind of nuts how these things happen. But those are all things I learned.
Yeah.
It was a very, very interesting
No, it was very informative.
So if you're looking to go and you're in London, definitely go.
Yeah.
But otherwise, the trip was superb. How was yours? How's Florida?
It was great. I mean, I was sick the entire time, which was brutal.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Nothing is worse than being sick on vacay.
Really.
It really sucks.
I had all these plans, I wanted to take TJ to all these places, whatever, and I just I literally couldn't. I could barely breathe like the first couple days. Tried to go out on New Year's, couldn't do it. And we just ended up watching Andy and Anderson, which honestly I love it.
I love an Andy Anderson.
Yeah. And like chilling on the couch in like sweatpants, whatever.
Totally.
By the end of it, we had like one really nice beach day, which was nice. And, we were able to like go get some good food and do some things by the like end of the week.
Yeah.
So I was like kind of starting to feel a little bit better. But like we kind of just chilled. It was actually really nice to be with my family. It was Francesca, Joe, my brother's friend, me,
full
TJ.
House, right?
Yeah. We actually stayed in a friend's house for the first couple days, which was really nice. Just TJ and I.
That's so
that was nice to have a little barrier in between.
Yeah, totally. 100%.
Yeah, we also just like don't even have room for all those people in our house.
Exactly.
But yeah, it was very chill.
Love it.
Yeah, and it was
nice. And the weather was okay generally?
It was cold. cold.
Really?
Yeah, it was like really cold. I know. It was kind of brutal. Like it was like at night, like it was like 30 degrees.
Oh my God, what?
Yeah, the highest it got was like 60 max, and then on Saturday it finally broke and was like 75-ish.
Oh my God, I'm shocked by that. Wow, the cold front really did pop off. I know that it was freezing here the whole time we were gone. It was like 40s in London. It actually was nice.
Yeah,
I was able to kind of walk around a lot, but damn.
Yeah, so it was just a lot of chilling, eating food, playing games, whatever it was, playing cards. But it was very much needed, very, very nice. I really wanted to go see the manatees, but I just couldn't get myself to do it. I know.
Right, goes that big
it's peak
area,
season.
right? And they're all in that. I saw that picture of them from above.
That
is fucking crazy.
So bad.
That'd be so cool. Isn't there like a crazy rule you're not supposed to touch
no,
them?
you
or
can't
like
touch them.
What's
They're
the deal with that?
protected by whatever laws, whatever,
right, like
conservation laws. They can touch you, but you can't touch them.
Right.
Because they're really friendly.
But why can't you pet them if they pet you? Like,
I think because they're so friendly and nice that like if you
it.
kind of start to like
they don't want to
adapt to
encourage.
humans. Exactly. They don't want to encourage manatees to go up to humans and like
100%.
expect things from them, because a lot of the times the manatees will just get like abused by the boats and stuff.
Totally.
Like all these manatees have like cuts and stuff on their backs.
I see that all the time, which is so nuts.
It's so sad.
Aw, sea cows.
Yeah, they're so cute.
They are.
I think
so
they're my
cute.
favorite animals.
They have the cutest faces.
Next time.
Wait, I'm sorry. Speaking of animals in the ocean in Florida, that fucking manta ray that went under Dave's dock. Oh my God.
Insane.
He was literally
Moana. Yeah.
I've never
spotted
seen
eagle
anything
ray.
like that.
It's
that was
crazy.
insane.
Yeah.
It's massive.
Yeah, if you guys didn't see it, go look at Dave's Twitter. He tweeted the most insane
He probably
video.
put it on his Instagram too.
Yeah, of like this
I hope
massive
he did.
stingray, or eagle ray, should I say?
Eagle ray, yeah.
Spotted
I was calling it
eagle
manta ray, but it's even bigger than that, right? Like
no,
it's in the
smaller. Manta rays are huge.
Right. So maybe it was in the middle.
Yeah, eagle ray.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a new one. It's a new ray. I don't know.
New ray I've heard of too.
Thank you for informing. Wow, we're learning a lot in the first few minutes of this episode.
Seriously.
This is and by the way, bitches, this is 2026.
Yeah,
Taylor Watch.
exactly.
We're learning. Surprise! We've done Taylor Swift for 3 years, and now we're gonna do fun facts.
Yeah, exactly. And we watch a lot of football. And ate good food.
I kept saying, "Oh my God, what was I saying on Saturday?" I was like, I was on my way home and I was talking to my parents and they were talking about how they're watching football. My grandpa's there, whatever. And I was like, football's still fucking on? How long? Like, how much football is there? Like, it was more football than usual, right?
Yes, 100%. Okay. Because they extended, they do like the bigger playoffs now for college football. So it used to just be like 4 teams were the playoffs.
Oh my God, it was
and
so
now,
much football.
I don't know how many teams, but it's like maybe 8 or 10.
Yeah.
And now it's more of like a playoffs. And it's still going on, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. You got to really love sports for that. And so, and listen, I'll dip my toes. We're draft queens, et cetera, et cetera. But when it comes
I like NFL more.
I'm an NFL person. Yeah. I have no interest. No offense to college football, but I'm just not my school didn't have a football team. So I didn't get.
And Michigan State sucks at football.
Yeah. So I didn't get like into it in college. And so whatever. But shout out to anybody who did experience a victory with their team.
Seriously.
NFL or otherwise.
Yeah.
And I hope everybody had a lovely little New Year's
lovely little break,
and
lovely
Christmas holiday,
New Year's.
etc.
What did you do for New Year's? Anything?
New Year's, I went to Charles's
dinner,
house.
right?
He made dinner for us.
Love.
He made little pies, like
chicken
pot pies, not chicken pot, but like a beef pot.
Yum.
I forget exactly what it was.
Okay,
I had a
beef
lot
pie.
to drink. We had a lot to drink.
You look so cute. Your outfit was adorable.
Thank you so much. I purchased that day because I hated the outfit that I brought with me, of course.
Well, I purchased a whole outfit for New Year's too, and then I just went home at 9 o'clock.
Well, now wear it on your birthday.
Good idea. Very good idea.
There you go. But yeah, so we just went to his apartment. It was myself, him, his boyfriend, and another one of their friends. So it was just a little group of us having martinis, etc.
Fun.
Delicious food. And we got to see the fireworks. Yeah. They're massive, big fireworks in London.
I saw the video.
Spitting out of the London
Nothing
Eye.
beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Nothing
beats a London holiday.
I was cracking up that is, you see that TikTok, that commercial, nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Yeah. And it's like, I was watching TV and it came on and I whipped my head. I almost broke my neck whipping it around being like, what is this?
Yeah. Like
it was the real commercial.
Life? Yeah.
It was the real commercial. But yeah, shit was crazy. And yeah, just good vibes.
Yeah,
New
good
Year's
vibes.
Day. I saw 11/11 on New Year's Day.
Love.
The first 11/11 if you're into an 11/11 girly.
1/1/1/1/1.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Well.
Oh wait. 1/1.
Oh my God, I didn't even think of 1 1
and then 11/11 on 1/1.
Wow.
But it's 26.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even think that far away. I was
Yeah.
just thinking strictly of 11/11.
Oh, okay.
Regardless, saw that. Yeah, lots of good shit. Just good
Nice.
vibes. I think too that I'm gonna try. You know, I've been saying this, and I'm currently in a decent mood, but I'm trying to stay positive for a while. You know,
Yeah.
try to keep up the vibes.
Good for
for
you.
a couple weeks at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
you know what I mean. And once you're out of your sickness, I'm sure you'll feel the same.
Yeah, I'm moving out of it slowly.
Yeah.
I feel good right now. I took some medicine.
Good.
But I was really I was struggling.
Yeah, it's listen, it's going around. You
And I
gotta
feel like
protect your neck out there.
Everyone
is sick. I was,
insane.
I was sick as a fucking dog. I was sick through like almost until Christmas, and then now I've had this like in the morning every fucking day. I'm so sick of it.
Disgusting.
I wish there was a way to, you know, those like neti pots and like the shit that you squeeze out and it comes.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
you're like those are bad for you or whatever they say, but I wish there was one that would go
in
like,
your mouth.
Yes, like in
Yeah.
the back of your throat.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I need that. Like yeah, it would choke me for sure, but sometimes I need it. Like I feel like there's.
Well, I've been
it's
I've
a
been
lot.
trying to take like really hot showers in the morning and just like extract
Hawk it up.
Oh, it's
just
disgusting.
really. I know I'm repulsive.
I
in the
told
morning.
TJ to put on headphones.
Yeah. No, but those are moments, Gio, where
Yeah.
I'm having to like literally like,
it's
be so gross,
disgusting.
and I'm like, thank God no one lives here. Like
Yeah.
I'm just a
I was like,
disgusting
go in the
animal.
other room, put on headphones, and please don't. And if you hear anything, just act like you didn't.
Just pretend like you didn't.
Yeah.
He probably was like, "Oh, my sweet angel. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing could make me
Honestly, that's
love
very
her less."
True. That's very true.
So true. I was I always have that moment too if I'm like eating something like an animal. Like I ordered ramen when I got home from London just because I don't know why I was craving it and I didn't get to have it while I was there. And I ordered it and I like put it up, had it on my table, set it all up, and I was like manspreading and eating like this. And I went, oh my God, what the fuck?
Like I'm disgusting.
Another moment where I was like, thank God no one lives here.
Well,
So,
that's the
yeah.
joys of living at home.
So true.
Living alone, should I say?
You can just really be yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're bringing these good vibes into the new year.
Yes.
We're very excited. Of course, Taylor Watch is always on. We are always making sure to keep you guys up to date on the latest. And there were a couple of things at the end of last year that we need to wrap up, which
Yeah.
of course were the last 2 episodes of the Eras Tour docuseries.
Yes.
Now, having seen them and having had a couple of weeks to digest, before we break them down, how do we feel as the series about the series as a whole?
I loved it.
I did
mean,
too.
it exceeded my expectations.
Same.
I didn't have my one question answered. Why was debut not included on the set? But
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah.
I felt like it was everything and more. I mean, we got all those backstories from all the different, players, all the different stories. We got to see some Travis, all the different guests. It really was so amazing because there was so much that I didn't even realize. Like we talked about how, there's like basically an entire town underneath the stage.
Yeah, which
like
is nuts.
the little things like that. It was just so interesting, and I just couldn't stop recommending it to, my mom and all these people, just being like, even if you're not a huge Taylor Swift fan, I highly recommend watching it because it's just so interesting to see how you can pull off something as big as the Eras Tour,
Absolutely. I went home for Christmas, obviously, and I had watched the last 2 episodes. I'm sorry, I watched episode 5 on the car ride home, but I still needed to watch the very last episode. And my family had gone to bed except for my mom, and I was like, "Oh, do you mind if I put this on?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh no, go ahead." And then we ended up rewatching the whole thing.
Yeah.
She was locked.
Yeah.
Like, she was like, "Oh my God, this is beautiful." She's crying. She was like totally getting it. And my mom is a fan because I'm a fan and likes her music and whatever, but she's had similar sentiments. She was like, this is how exciting, what an interesting thing. And I agree. I think the series as a whole was fantastic. My only complaint is I wish there was so much more.
Yeah.
Like I think that it was a great sampling of the experience that was the Eras Tour. I'm sure from their point of view, I could have done like a multi-season 10 episodes each breakdown of every single thing. Like I do have a lot of unanswered questions still, but I think that at a certain point it's like, I don't know. You can't answer every question about a tour like that, and so to have been given what we were given, I think is just really exciting. And where you can hear everyone else's stories around it. Like we've seen a snippet of Taylor's point of view, and I think now moving forward, we'll hear stories about the Eras Tour for,
Yeah.
decades.
Yeah.
And I look forward to that as well.
Me too. It was really incredible. And also like I just love the tidbits of like Andrea and Taylor and like seeing their dynamic.
Me
because
too.
obviously I knew that
so
they
funny
were
together.
Yeah. I knew that they were so close in all of those things, but I don't know, it gave me like a new perspective on Andrea as a whole. Just like I feel like you really got to see like a different side of her where she really shows like the motherhood of herself and how much she cares about Taylor and the Eras Tour as a whole, and how she like throws in little tidbits and little ideas and all those things, and how much the family really has a play in everything. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was amazing.
I completely agree. Andrea specifically, I kind of got, and maybe it's because now I'm personally a little bit older and can kind of see, like yes, she's Taylor's mom and she's this and she's that, but she felt so much more like a peer than like a parent.
Yeah,
vibe,
totally.
Like she's just so involved in all of it, and she is such a fan of her daughter's work, and she appreciates everything about it. Like, but she's just very funny and casual, and I felt like I would be friends with her versus her being like someone's mom,
Yeah.
And maybe that's just because, like I said, like I'm a little older now, and so like you start to see your parents differently when you get older, less like parents and more like friends. And maybe that's just her, both of her kids are grown and she can be herself. She doesn't have to like be, she doesn't have to be like Mama Bear all the time. She can like have fun too.
For sure.
And of course, we love how involved she was with all the surprise songs and stuff. And it seems like that was kind of her thing. Like maybe their good luck charm thing was that Taylor would like
play it for her. Yeah.
And she kept calling her good luck charm. So it was my little good luck charm, she was saying, which is really sweet.
Very sweet.
But Andrea was very prominent and relevant in episode 5 of the docuseries, which was titled Marjorie. And I gotta say, from a selfish perspective, that episode came out on the 23rd. Happy birthday to Nana, R.I.P.
Happy birthday, R.I.P.
Would
Nana.
have been her birthday on the 23rd. And so to wake
up,
oh
my God,
and
were
see
you just
no, Gia, I was like, I almost was like, I don't know if I can watch this.
Yeah.
Like whatever. And then I was like, I have to watch. So I downloaded it from my iPad for the car ride home. And I just sat in the back of like my Uber sobbing, crying about, it was crazy.
Yeah.
But I loved it so much because it was just, on a lot of levels, I loved it. I loved how much they were honoring her grandmother. I loved how much it meant to the other people on her team. And the other people that she, how everyone had experienced everyone's experienced a version of loss, but how Marjorie became this like beacon
moment for everybody. Yeah.
This thing that kind of tells you, this is your moment to feel these feelings and to like be sad, but living with it at the same time. And I do think that Marjorie is like one of the most beautiful songs that she has in her entire discography, of course.
Yeah.
Anyone who was close with their grandmother, I'm sure, dead or alive, can agree.
Yeah.
But I think that the way they broke it down, and then the amount of footage they had of her grandmother.
Oh my goodness.
That was just so.
It was unbelievable.
I'm happy it was so sweet of them to share it with us. It's very personal.
Yeah, I really enjoyed all of the tidbits about Marjorie. And I was watching it with TJ's parents, and they were like, wait, I had no idea that Taylor's grandma was this amazing opera singer. I was like, yeah, a lot of people don't know this. And a lot of people don't know that she's like featured in the song, that her voice is included in the song. And it's such a incredible thing because, when you think about Taylor Swift, you kind of think like she kind of just came out of nowhere. Both of her parents were very hardworking people, but like they weren't musically inclined or whatever.
Something that Andrea is very honest about. She's like, I don't have talent like that.
Yeah.
Like I can't sing, I can't play instruments, like none of that.
Yeah. And it was so interesting to hear Andrea talk about how like she saw all of the things that her grandma went through and like in the music industry world and all that stuff, and how it helped her like with Taylor and putting her through all of those things.
I thought that was the most interesting part of the entire episode.
Yeah.
Yet she basically said like it helps. Andrea was like, it helps me to process and help my own daughter through this like massive fame, because as a little kid dealing with her own mother who had this need for pleasing people, the example she used was she would go to the opera to see her mother perform with her sister, and she knew that at the end of the opera her mother would like quiz her on certain parts of the show and be like, did you feel emotional during this part? Did you this? Did you that? And that's a little it's people pleasing in a way that artists normally are.
For sure.
If you're an artist, if you're a creative person, yes, you're making this art for yourself, but ultimately you want people to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like that's what it is. And so Andrea, it takes a very specific kind of person to be able to like, you know, placate a person like that. And I think knowing that someone like Taylor, being as talented as she is, or recognizing it, like you were saying, and then being able to help her navigate through it as a child and into adulthood without it being like too harsh or too like, it's just such a fine line, because she could have been a crazy stage mom in 2 seconds, you know, like, but instead she kind of let Taylor do it herself and like create, like do this art without the pressure and without feeling like she really needed to please other people, only that she, you know, whatever. And I just think that that perspective is very unique. And I think that her having that ability and having a mom like Marjorie is the only way that she was able to be such a wonderful support system for Taylor during all this. Or so it seems, you know?
Yeah. Another thing I really enjoyed about that was how like the singers and like some of the band members were talking about how like Camilla, one of the Starlights, was talking about how she like lost her mom in 2021, and how it was like in her speech about how like in moments where you feel like you're the most happy in your life, when or you perceive that you're so happy, whatever, but you're actually feeling so sad and lost, was so interesting and sad, but also like what a moment for all of them to have this connection. And she said that like her and Taylor would kind of always like lock eyes during Marjorie, and
so sweet.
I forget who the one, I think he was the guitarist. He was talking about how he like lost his dad. So it's like all these different, you know, meanings behind Marjorie that all these people can connect to, and all the people in the crowd, you know, like, and the raising the phones
thing. They talked about that a little bit, being like, we never expected it to be something like that. And then eventually like it became, I think at the beginning, didn't one of them say, maybe Andrea or Taylor, I'm not sure, someone had mentioned like, how am I going to perform this song every night? Who said that? Taylor? Or how am I going to hear this every night?
Yeah, I think it was Andrea.
Might have been Andrea, because it's obviously her own mother. So it is like, you know, I'll cry all day about my Nana, but you know, your mother passing away is totally is a totally different story. And I think, that would be hard to kind of think about all the time, but it is such a beautiful tribute and a beautiful way to remember her.
I'm so glad that she included it onto the tour, and
me too.
It became like what like the big moment that it was.
Totally.
Because it's just, oh God, and hearing her voice in the speakers and watching Taylor like dance around, and you know, just her face, you can tell that she can like really feel her grandmother in that moment.
Oh yeah.
It was one of my favorite parts of the show.
I had chills the whole time. I, you know, crying, obviously, nonstop crying, but chills the whole time. And just a very sweet, you know, I guess I'm trying to think of the right word, thing to include, moment to include, but also just for everyone to experience that release, not only people in the audience, but like we said, the people on her team and who have been through things themselves. So just a beautiful, beautiful episode. I feel like that was like mainly everything.
That was like pretty much the premise of the fifth episode.
How about the cute video of her and her grandma when she's playing the piano?
Yeah, that was
when
really
she's like, oh,
sweet.
she likes those high notes, and she's like, now you gotta get her a piano. And I loved in that moment. It really was like, I was so emotional during this, but I loved how her grandmother was like, now you gotta get her a piano, and they're like, and she's literally not even 1 year old, and she's like, oh yeah, you think so? She's like, yeah, you better. And I was like, how correct could she have been? Like,
I know.
It's like she saw it, you know, and I love that. And I did not realize that her grandmother passed away when she was 13.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either. So many 13 things. It's crazy.
I wonder if maybe that was like, I wonder where 13 started, when 13 started, because.
Well, her birthday, right?
Her birthday is the 13th, yes. Yeah. But then did that automatically make it her number, and then 13 things started happening, or did 13 things start happening and she was like, damn, my 13,
my birthday's 13. Right.
So I wonder, that would be, we'll add that to our list of questions for when we interview her one day.
It's hard to remember, like, I think we said this last time too, it's hard to remember like what happened in each episode.
Oh yes.
So we're probably gonna combine them as two.
Yeah, we might miss some stuff and we might combine some stuff, but regardless, it's obviously a must watch if you haven't watched it by now. But the last episode, completely showcased their last few shows in Vancouver.
Yeah.
And how emotional everybody was in general. I believe it was Vancouver night 1, maybe, where she cried on stage and was like getting emotional.
Yeah.
After Marjorie, before Champagne Problems, maybe. Yeah. And then she got in the car after and was like embarrassed about crying.
Yeah.
And her brother was like, that was the best part. Like, what do you mean? Like, that was such a vulnerable, sweet moment. And I thought that was kind of indicative of how everything was going to go, because she had also discussed that she wasn't sure how she was going to feel and what kind of emotion she was going to have. But ultimately, she was like happy to be done. You know? It's like, I'm ready for this to be done. But I also have to be ready for like emotions that are going to hit me out of nowhere. And I'm not sure what, which I thought was a very real way to go into the ending of something so big.
For sure. I really liked the part with Gracie when she sent Gracie that voice memo of her being like, I'm sick, but what if we do this and this and that? I just like the whole time I was just thinking to myself, like, I can't imagine like having Taylor's phone number and getting a voice memo from her. And
how could you even focus on what she's saying? I'd be like, oh my God, this is fucking Taylor Swift on the other end.
I know.
A lot of Gracie in the last. I said
Gracie.
Too much ? Too much Gracie? I think I just, we like Gracie, but I loved seeing, Ed Sheeran, and I loved Sabrina stuff, and I would have liked to maybe see a little more variation at right at the end. But Gracie is such a big part of the tour.
Yeah.
She was the opener for so many of the shows.
Yeah.
And so I get why she gets a little extra time in the sun.
Yeah, and you can tell that they're like really good friends too, which is very sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mashup was so good, and I just love how much of a fan of Taylor Gracie is.
Totally.
And like, when she started combining I Love You, I'm Sorry.
I Love You, I'm Sorry, and
Out of the Woods, right?
Oh no, it's Out of the Woods. Is it over now? Was that in there somewhere too?
No, I think it was Out of the Woods with Sabrina. Yeah.
Out of the Woods, you're right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I love the moment where Taylor started singing Out of the Woods, and you could tell Gracie's face. She's like, oh
and
my
she's
God,
like dying
is, like,
over
amazing.
it. I know,
yeah.
very, very sweet.
And I think she said like Out of the Woods is one of her like favorite Taylor songs in general.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I really enjoyed that part. I'm trying to think. Oh, you know what?
I liked that mashup too. I didn't realize how much I liked that mashup.
Yeah. Oh, did they do? And then they did Us.
It was Us with.
Was it Us with Out of the Woods? What mashups did?
No, I thought it was That's So True, because it was like, and sometimes that's how it is. So too, like there was.
Okay. So I was wrong. Sorry, they did.
Oh.
I Love You, I'm Sorry with Last Kiss.
That's right. That's right.
Which was so good.
Never thought we'd have a last kids, and it's like, and that's the way life.
Yeah, and that's the way life goes.
Yeah.
And then they did Us with Out of the Woods.
Yes, there we go.
Right.
There we go.
So good.
Great mashups.
And I love that song, Us, too.
Me too. I love it. Good. I love both those songs. Those are probably my two favorite Gracie songs.
Yeah,
I like That's So True because it's like fun to sing, but I Love You, I'm Sorry I love that fucking song.
So good.
Love
so
that
good.
But yes, I would say that the overwhelming tone was emotional.
Yeah.
Her practicing the last mashup.
I legit could not stop crying the last episode. And when she was doing the like dedication to her parents
that was too much. The Best Day and Never Grow Up.
Yeah.
Never Grow Up, Best Day.
I think it was those two
just
combined.
Those two, yeah. And while they were all sitting there.
I know.
Oh my God.
Austin's crying and Andrew's crying and Scott's crying.
And Scott's there.
I'm like, how can you even like sit through that and not bawl your eyes out?
Can I just point out something I noticed?
Yeah.
Because in that moment I was like, oh, there's Scott. I feel like we had no Scott.
It was no Scott. And a lot of people were talking about that online.
Were they?
Yeah.
I didn't go looking into it because I was
like, one like interview or whatever.
No.
And
that's fine.
Here's what I'll say. If I ever had a documentary made about myself, I probably wouldn't want my dad to have a sit-down interview in it either.
Honestly, my dad would make it all about him.
No, totally.
He'd be like, well, this is.
Let me tell you this story about blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, like, what? No one cares. And
all the footage would end on like the cutting room floor because it'd be like, this is, these are just stories about him.
He probably just wanted, like, he was probably just talking about like Travis and football the entire time.
For sure.
And also people were like, she ended the tour and she runs off stage. The first thing Scott says is the Chiefs won.
That's hilarious.
So funny.
The Chiefs won. That was a really cute thing though, where she was like, put the Chiefs game on. She's watching the game. Yeah. So she's dead ass. Yeah. She's playing and she's like yelling at the
first
screen.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was really funny too.
Really cute. Really funny.
What? I really love the part where Andrea suggested to change the lyrics to.
Oh yes,
it
to
was the end of
an era, the start
Yeah.
of an age instead of the end of a decade.
Like she really ate with that one.
She really ate with that one, and kind of crazy that Taylor didn't think of it herself.
Yeah,
like,
I
what do you
know.
mean, girl?
Yeah.
Andrea. Okay.
She has those great ideas.
She has really good ideas. Well, she's no one knows her daughter better.
Yeah,
you know,
and
all of her songs
everybody
stuff.
like died when she said that, so it was just perfect. And I mean, yeah,
Huge
it was
moment.
New Year's Day, the manuscript, and Long Live
Long Live,
combined.
yeah.
I mean, just like an absolute dagger to the heart.
Insane.
Yeah.
New Year's Day the song hit so fucking hard. Walking along the Thames on New Year's Day, I was dying.
Yeah.
Playing it. The full moon was out. There was like a beautiful sunset. I like literally couldn't believe what I was seeing. Like,
Gorgeous.
It was too much. What a song.
Yeah.
But to end the tour in that way and to see the groundswell of emotion that comes with it, not only in her practicing and performing it for her family, but also for the fans, is just goes to show that at the end of the day, we are so tied to Taylor as a fandom and to her music because of the way it makes us feel.
Yeah.
And I think that when you're discussing being a super fan or even us having the podcast about it or whatever, it's like your emotions can drive such excitement and such dedication that you're just like, yeah, I will follow this woman to the end of the earth because she knows how to reflect my own feelings back to me and make me feel seen. And that seems to be a common theme throughout this entire series, from the dancers, from the workers, from whoever was involved, Andrea, Austin, whoever, is that like Taylor makes you feel seen.
Yeah.
As a person and through her lyrics, through her songs, and that is what makes her such an exciting person to be around.
I watched this very sweet TikTok. I don't know if you sent it to me or if it came up on my For You page, but I watched this or maybe I sent it to you.
Maybe.
Very sweet TikTok of this husband explaining to his dad about why he really liked to watch the documentary, and he was like, she is just the leader that you would want to follow into any battle. Like,
I love that.
She commands the stage, but she also commands the attention of everybody that she works with. But she also has so much respect. People respect her so much that they will, do the 3-hour show. They'll learn new choreography. They'll do all these things because she is right there with them.
Absolutely.
And she understands what everyone's going through, and it's not just her; it's an us.
She's doing it too.
Yeah, exactly.
She's also going through it. Like they are truly
it's
a team
not like,
in that way.
In her eyes, almost, it's like not her show; it's all of their show.
Exactly.
So
they're working together.
Really
they're not
sweet.
working for her.
Exactly.
Vibe,
Exactly.
Like they are, but they're not.
Yeah,
it's
totally.
It
Which
goes
I
back
thought
to
was so sweet.
100%. Goes back to what I can't think which of the dancers said it right now, but they were saying how like. Who was it? Where she was introducing one of them, and she was like, "Oh, we sing together."
Yeah, that was.
I forget which one of the Starlights.
Yeah,
I can't think who.
I know. I can't remember her name right now. Gordon is her last name. I can't remember, or something was her last name. Let me try to find her name because it's gonna annoy me. Oh, Jessica. Oh my God, what is her name?
Jessla?
Yeah, it was like Jess. It was like Jess something.
You're right.
I know. Why can't I not remember their names?
Jesslyn.
Jesslyn Gorman.
Jesslyn Gorman.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
yes.
But yeah, so and that right. It completely echoes what you were just saying. It's such a unique experience for these people that they'll all be bonded forever. You know? And I also just love that it was a good experience for everyone, because speaking as a fan and people who have been to the Eras Tour many times, luckily, we're very blessed to have been able to go a handful of times. It was, a transcendent experience. Like I have a hard time talking about it around people who haven't been, who like maybe wanted to go or like didn't get a chance to go or whatever, because if you didn't go, it's like I don't mean to push the FOMO on you, and I don't mean to make you feel bad, but like no, it was fucking life-changing. Like there is, if you missed it, you missed a big one. You know, like you gotta, I don't know what else to say.
I know, that's why I'm like, thank God we have the movie. Both movies.
The movie can really show, pieces of.
And I feel like the new one
magic.
too, like really shows like the crowd.
I really love the new one.
Feeling.
A
Yeah,
lot.
I really
Remember, I
love
was
the new
so
one,
like,
too.
what do we need the new one for? Now I'm like, put the new one on. Like,
Yeah.
It's so good. The Torch of Poets is just so good to watch.
It's so good, and I think it really like encapsulates like the entire feeling that the tour gave you.
Absolutely.
If you were like physically there, and then if you get to watch and like seeing the movie, I feel like gives you a similar feeling almost.
Yeah, without question.
Two things that I want to talk about with the documentary. One, I really like the snippets of her recording Life of a Showgirl.
So much.
I thought that was really interesting.
With the Swedes.
Yeah, with the Swedes.
So cute.
She looked very happy the entire time.
A lot of wine around, fun hijinks.
Yeah.
That must be a fun, because you think about whenever you're hanging out with your friends, and if you're with like creative friends, you just, you start having fun with it, you start playing games, you start doing whatever. But to think about it from like a songwriting perspective, it's like, oh, you get to go hang out with your friends, drink a little bit of wine, kind of start chit-chatting about whatever, and then eventually the music starts coming through, and then all of a sudden you're making a song. And that's just kind of how it seems like how the workflow goes for Taylor and with these people, Max and Shellback. And I just... What an exciting way to create.
Yeah, it seemed like they just had like so much fun doing it.
Totally.
And there's this Elle article who like that kind of like recaps everything. And I like this quote that she said. Making the album while I was on the Eras tour, I was in a place in my life where everything felt full of possibility. It felt romantic and magical and passionate, and I wanted to encapsulate that feeling. Working with Max and Shellback, I always felt like they were mentors and I was their apprentice. They're so brilliant. Which I just thought was cool. And she said, songwriting happens whether I'm on tour or not. My life has always been a kind of free-flowing state of you live it, you feel it, you wonder about it, and you write it.
Wow.
Which is cool.
Wow. I love that.
And then one more thing. I really liked Travis's note to Taylor. Oh. I was like, that is really well written and like really thoughtful.
Really thoughtful, really well written. It sounds like she didn't even read the whole note.
No, yeah.
But he like obviously sent her flowers and then a big long note about how he's like selfishly thankful for the tour because it brought him to her.
Yeah.
Basically is what he said.
He said, so many unbelievable memories on this tour, but my favorite was seeing you in concert for the first time, being mesmerized and swept off my feet by a woman who doesn't even know me. I selfishly say thank you for creating this legendary tour, and to Robert, who's the tour manager.
Yes, wait, pause for a sec. That we found out that is the guy, Robert, the tour manager, is the British guy that she was hugging after and was like, did something bad happen while I was on stage?
Okay, got it.
That's him.
Okay, got it.
So he manages the tour in
full, right?
Total,
okay, got it. Mm-hmm. So he said, I selfishly thank you for creating this legendary tour, and to Robert for making you stop through Kansas City, Missouri. That night too in KC was the beginning of me meeting the love of my life.
Ugh.
So
my
cute.
God.
It's like, and how well written and sweet.
It's just so thoughtful.
Yeah.
And that he really is just like, what a romantic guy.
Yeah.
What a romantic guy. We love that.
I really love that little tidbit too. And she also talked about how like being with Travis has helped her like bond with Scott because like they can talk about football and everything. And that's what kind of when they started like showing her doing the singing, practicing the surprise songs while being like, first down. It's just so funny.
They had a moment where they were like, did you ever think I never thought I'd be like talking football ever in my life. Like I didn't think this would matter to me at all.
Yeah.
And there they were in the back. And that is a sweet thing. Like sometimes, my dad's like that. We can talk about music, sometimes movies. And now I like kind of make an effort with DraftKings. Honestly, that's all my dad wants to talk about is DraftKings. Like he wants to talk about gambling on sports, and he wants to talk about the sports in that way. And
that's
like
awesome.
Over Christmas, it was just not. He'd be like, Kel, over here, I'm doing one of the. And my rest of my family would be like, oh my god, what is going on? I'm like, listen,
he needs
this
the
is
draft
our thing.
queen.
He needs the draft queen.
To
come through. And it was so funny, but
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed the last two episodes. I thought that they were so fabulous. Literally could not stop crying during the last. I mean, even during the second to last one too. Mm-hmm. But it was so emotional. Oh my god! And then how could I even miss this? Happiness at the end.
Oh my god! No, it's crazy. It's
jail.
She's crazy
for whoever
for that.
Decided that
jail.
Absolute
was like,
jail. I could barely even like breathe. I was crying so hard, and the
they
way
really
that
know
they
how to
like,
get us.
they really know.
Do you think that was Austin? You know how he like picks the songs.
Picks the songs.
Yeah.
Because then they cut out like parts of the song that like don't make sense, but like the parts that they use like matched up perfectly.
It's beautiful,
and it was just such a beautiful like usage of that song to capture how it really felt to go to the tour and experience it, and then go and now like reliving it and knowing that it's gone, but we still have this happiness.
We have this
that
happiness.
We'll always feel from it.
And we have this moment, right?
Yeah.
It's just because the moment is over doesn't mean it didn't exist.
Right.
And that's something, of course, to take forth. There was also a funny moment where when Taylor was performing the Never Grow Up Best Day mashup to her family, that she and Austin were joking around being like, the ticket should come with a warning.
Yeah,
and I think I forget which one of them said it, but they were like, it should come with like a box of tissues.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it really should.
Seriously. I mean, I remember even watching those like either on the live stream or after, and I was like inconsolable.
Yeah.
So I can't even imagine what it was like hearing that live.
Unbelievable stuff. But I would say, all in all, massive fucking success. My only complaint about the docuseries is that it wasn't longer. That's really all I can say. And we were always going to have that complaint because we just wish, or I wish that we could see every single second of every single thing. And that just goes to show that we're all so invested in this tour and Taylor as an artist, and I can't wait to see what's next. I really
me
can't.
too. It was incredible. It was really incredible, and I'm honestly excited to rewatch it fully again because I haven't done a full rewatch, and I'm excited to do that.
It's good top to bottom.
Yeah.
We did find out that I had this last on our list, but I'll pop it up to the top. Ooh. We did find out that during her time in Toronto, Vancouver were the last shows, but right before that, she was in Toronto. 6 days of the Eras Tour, they made the revenue from the tour for Toronto was $39.7 million worth of revenue in that time. Incredible stuff.
Unbelievable.
Really,
what a number.
And we obviously talked at length over the years about how the Eras Tour is basically one big injection into whatever local economy it showed up to. And I just think that ultimately Taylor is not only a generous person donating to food banks everywhere she was and bringing these crowds and everything. I also think that it just goes to show that like if there is a force strong enough, people want to come out in droves. People want to spend money. People want to have these experiences. And I do hope that other artists with fan bases like Taylor's or similar to it consider doing tours like that, almost like like everybody wants Miley to do it. Everyone wants Miley to do an Eras Tour style, like a Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus, crossover tour show. That would fucking rock the house down. Like I would go, you know what I mean? Like I hope that more artists kind of take stock in that and maybe think of a not the same idea, but down that path. Like people love, I think that artists sometimes get this feeling that if they do something like an Eras Tour, it's almost like a greatest hits and that they're like, well, that just means I'm at the end of my career. Like I've heard a lot of over time artists talk about that whenever they do like a greatest hits album or whatever.
I also feel like people thought that like when she announced it.
For sure. Tour, but it's totally not the case. No. And I think that it's just, it's a great way to cater to older fans and also educate the new ones. Yeah. And I just hope that I would love if more artists, go in that direction. Would be lovely. But not only was she making money for cities, she, of course, Taylor Claus, giving money away.
Yeah, she really was.
What she does best. And not only was she giving money to all of the workers at the Chiefs game on Christmas, anybody she saw, she's handing $600 a pop, which is great.
Amazing.
She also donated a ton of money to charity over the holidays, $1 million to Feeding America, $1 million to the American Heart Association in honor of her dad and his surgery. Undisclosed amount to Music Cares, which I actually wanted to read more details on that.
Music
Cares. It had like a longer description of what it was. I'll read Feeding America first. I found that one. Feeding America posted, said, "Thank you, Taylor. We're incredibly grateful for Taylor Swift's $1 million gift to Feeding America. This holiday season, her continued support is a powerful reminder of what's possible when we unite to end hunger. When we join together alongside people facing hunger, we can make sure families have a full table this holiday season and beyond."
It's amazing.
Which is incredible.
Music Cares is a non-profit charity founded by the Recording Academy that provides critical health and welfare services to music professionals in need, acting as a safety net with emergency financial aid, mental health support, and recovery resources for those facing crisis like illness, job loss, or addiction, ensuring the well-being of the entire music community.
It's incredible. And then we also had another donation to the American Country Music Awards, and they tweeted this out. They said, "We're feeling enchanted to be a recipient of Taylor Swift's incredible generosity. Her gift ushers in the 20th anniversary of ACM lifting lives and serving the country music community, providing music therapy and lifting lives through the power of music. Taylor embodies that all too well. Thank you, Taylor Swift." I mean, that in itself makes me want to cry my eyes out. Like, it's just so sweet. And then lastly, last but not least, Operation Breakthrough.
Yeah, that's a Kansas City-based nonprofit, which provides education, social services, and healthcare for children and families in poverty from infancy through age 18, with a focus on early childhood education, STEM, arts, and family support programs like food pantry and health clinics.
Very sweet. And they had posted, they said, "Thank you, Taylor Swift, for supporting Operation Breakthrough. We are so grateful for your kindness and for your championing creativity, education, and opportunity for our over 750 students."
Wow. That's amazing.
Just really good stuff. And
it's
just like she's the best. She's the best pop star in the world. Like, she just is like, oh, I'm making $1 billion. Well, I'm going to give 999 million of it away. Like, it's just so, I just love how she cares and how she, especially during like the holiday times, is really generous.
And we wouldn't have even known about it if these organizations didn't like say anything. She always does it very quietly. She never expects like a front page post about it or whatever. No. Like, she always does it very out of the kindness of her heart.
Half the time it's anonymous. It's just it sets quite the example. And I can't tell if like like artists donate money all the time and we just don't see it because we're on like the Taylor Swift timeline, or if she's really the only like woman out here really like putting in the work. I'm sure it's a mix.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's a mix. Yeah, I know. I don't like. I'm not really paying attention to like what Ariana's doing with her money and stuff like that.
I'm also not saying that. Sorry, I think that kind of came out like I was comparing. I was more so saying that like I just think that this is such a unique thing.
Right.
And in my head, it is unique that she's doing this. But if I'm wrong in that and other artists are like donating all the time, then I apologize. But it just seems like she's so focused on like donating to charity all the time. And I just think that she's very philanthropic.
For sure.
Which is something to be admired by far. But not only was she donating dollar bills to charity, she was also giving great gifts to her own family. And Travis had said that his favorite gift this year was, in fact, from Taylor.
Yeah.
And then he said, "But I can't tell you what it is. Haha.
Boo.
Thanks, Taylor, though."
Yeah,
he goes,
he said we're going to keep it in-house.
Yeah, keep it in-house. What does that mean? Sketch?
I had a feeling that it maybe meant something with their wedding.
Yeah, I'm sure it was probably...
Like maybe she got him, like... a nice pair of cufflinks.
Could be.
Which isn't a great present. I'm trying to think like maybe something sentimental for their wedding or something of that nature.
I would think probably just sentimental, period. Like my head was like, it's probably something very like intimate. Yeah. And that expression of like, we're just keeping it in house. Like I don't literally, like that's just kind of a funny like jargon, like a PR jargon expression, but I'm sure.
Yeah, I just think it was a personal something that he doesn't want. That's like, some things in your relationship you want to keep private.
Yeah.
So it's like not everything has to be shared. And he also said that Austin got him very good gifts too.
Love that. Yeah, Love that. And then Jason was like, the Swifts know how to give gifts.
Yeah,
and I appreciated that.
And Travis got Taylor a bread slicer.
Yup.
Which I'm sure he got her many other things as well, but I thought that was very funny. But like that's
I hope
like
it's just that.
That's
I hope it's just a bread slicer.
Just one bread slicer.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what do you get the girl that has literally everything?
Exactly. Isn't that
a lyric in one
everything
of
but
her songs?
nothing all at once?
Yeah.
I would trade the Cartier for someone to trust. Just kidding.
Yeah.
So hopefully Cartier. In addition to this bread slicer.
I mean,
it's Elizabeth Taylor. By the way.
Was it Page? I feel like it was for Valentine's Day. I can't remember.
It's always page 6
when they're like, she got her not $10 million worth of Louis Vuitton. And this and that.
All this Louis Vuitton and a $50,000 Rolex watch. Something. They always seem to know all the things that have been given as gifts. When, we know that's an unreliable source.
But something as simple as a bread slicer is it's sweet to me because like obviously it's something that's so simple that you like don't go out of the way to buy for yourself.
Yeah, well, it's a normal gift. It's a normal gift. It's a normal funny gift that you get for someone who never shuts the fuck up about bread. It's like, well, here's your bread slicer, babe. Like that's hilarious. Like, I prefer personally sentimental, thoughtful gifts that are maybe cheap or whatever,
for sure,
as opposed to like extravagant gifts. I'm almost uncomfortable with extravagance in that way. I'll buy myself a gift like that. You know, like get me the bread slicer.
And not
that's
much
funny.
thought goes into going into Louis Vuitton, just buying a bunch of bags and stuff. You're like, the bread slicer is like actually something that you'll use forever, and like the simplicity of those things are very sweet, I think.
Yes, it's just very much like something she would need, not like you don't need. How many necklaces do you need? How many how many watches do you need? This, that, whatever, X, Y, Z. Like it's just it's very normal, very normal very of cute. Them, very funny of Travis, and funny of him to share that with us. We appreciate that. We also, in that same conversation, Jason had been, he was singing praises, of course, about the Swifts' gift-giving abilities, but he was also singing praise about Taylor's business acumen. Hold on, let me find exactly what it was. They had asked him, like they're always asking. Oh, here we go. Wall Street Journal asked Jason Kelce what he's picked up on from Taylor's business mind, which I thought was interesting. He said, I just enjoy her being my brother's soon-to-be wife and aunt to my kids, which of course is, I'm sure it's not that it would get tiring to be asked about all the time. It's more so tiring that these people ask them questions about her to get like clickbait. Yeah. That they just always have a good response.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm not looking to Taylor for business advice. She's my sister.
That's my sister-in-law. Right. Like, but while we're on the topic, yes. And he says, watching her operate, watching her savviness and getting her entire music catalog back, watching how she's toured the globe while also writing an entire new album, the level at which she takes control over a lot of different aspects, but also allowing people to be experts in their own right. I think a lot of that stuff is fun to watch. Yeah. And that's just, we love that.
Cute
we love
answer.
A supportive bro-in-law.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out him. But there seems to be major news rippling through the Kansas City family.
Yeah.
Kansas City's moving to Kansas City. They're moving out of Missouri and into Kansas.
Yeah.
They're moving to the other Kansas City.
Yeah, they're like leaving Arrowhead.
They're leaving Arrowhead.
Which is insane to me.
It says the Kansas City Chiefs announced plans to move from Missouri to the state of Kansas in 2031 with a new stadium, leaving Arrowhead Stadium after 50 plus years.
Oh, so not till 2031.
No, so we've got a while. Well, they're just building a new stadium, but I want to go see. I definitely had like the Kansas City post, like they posted as well, being like shaking hands or whatever.
So it says key reasons for the move, financial incentives. The state of Kansas approved a deal to fund up to 70% of the stadium and development via STAR bonds, sales tax and revenue bonds, paid by future sales liquor taxes generated in the area. A significantly larger commitment than offered in Missouri. A state-of-the-art facility, the new Dome Stadium will allow Chiefs to host large-scale events, Super Bowls, NCAA tournaments, currently impossible in Arrowhead, securing future revenue and prestige. And the project includes a large mixed-use district with retail and entertainment, aiming to spur significant regional growth. And owner Clark Hunt cited a pragmatic business decision to provide a lasting, modern facility for the team and fans for generations to come.
Wow. So it sounds like they're basically building like Jerry World, but in Kansas. Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy. And I feel bad for the people of Kansas City, Missouri.
I was just going to say, we were just there, and the conversation around the Chiefs and everything in Kansas City, Missouri is very much how it's brought all kinds of eyeballs and revenue to Kansas City, Missouri. And not to say that it isn't still. And of course, 2031 is actually not that far away, bitch.
5 years.
Oh my God. I'm going to puke on myself. What?
Ew.
In my head, I was like, it's like 15 years away.
No, literally.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's 5 years away. That's crazy.
That is really soon. Oh my God. Well, I'm really sorry, Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah.
Your time is up. Your time in the sun.
Okay, so the stadium's going to cost $3 billion.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, Pat Mahomes better be okay by then. This is what he will be. But here's the thing, like, yeah, well, I cannot believe that's 5 years away. Wow, that actually is making me sick to my stomach. But ultimately, I think that right now, the Chiefs, is Travis retiring or not? Seems like yes, but nobody knows yet. Right. Pat Mahomes, is he going to play again next year? Like they had their crazy run, and it seems like maybe they're in a bit of a rebuild, and then they're coming back. Yeah. But think about all the money that they've made in the last 5-10 years, however long they've been having this constant success. Yeah. So I'm sure this plan has been in the works for much longer than the last. For sure. You know what I mean? So I'm not surprised. I do feel bad for the people of Kansas City, Missouri. I'm not sure what's going to happen to Arrowhead.
I know.
What are they going to do with it?
Right. I know. What are they going to do with it? I do wonder, because it is such a huge stadium. And I do really feel like, and obviously correct me if I'm wrong, Kansas City and Missourians. Yeah. But I do really feel like the entire city revolves around
it's
the Chiefs.
all Chiefs,
you know,
or it seems, it appears.
Yeah, it appears.
Yeah.
I mean, from the very short time we were there, you know, all the Uber drivers are wearing Chiefs gear. Everybody's going to the game. Everybody's always in their Chiefs stuff. Like, there's so much Chiefs signage around.
Every store
all
is
the
Chiefs.
stores are Chiefs oriented. So, you know, it is very interesting because I do feel like Kansas City is such a small knit. The Missouri side is such a tight-knit community when it comes, and then like football's kind of the thing that brings everybody together.
Yeah.
So I do feel like what I've seen online is that people are like pretty disappointed.
I would absolutely believe that.
Yeah.
And it does also seem to be a little bit of a point of contention in general, the Kansas-Missouri line, you know? Like, I feel like it's always because Kansas City, Missouri, and there's Kansas City, Kansas. Like, there's a weird, like... No, it's the Missouri side. No, it's the Kansas side. Like, I feel like we heard a lot of that down there. And so, yeah, I don't know. That's really tough. It's really tough to see in here. Although Kansas City, Missouri is going to be the host to a bunch of shit coming up.
Seems like it's all money. All about that money.
Of course it's all about that money. But they're going to be hosting like what? Part of the World Cup, I think.
And now people are nervous that the World Cup.
And they've got a few things. They've got almost too much coming up in the next few years that may have been a factor in moving the stadium. Like, they're building this other stadium, and then by then, you know, they'll have football over there because they're gonna have to do all kinds of shit. Aren't they like the Olympics coming? That guy was telling us so much. It's like not only the World Cup, but
World Cup. No, the Olympics are.
They're in LA. Summer Olympics are in LA.
Yeah,
but there was something else, something more than the World Cup that guy was talking about, but I can't remember what. One of our Uber drivers was going on about how many things were coming like this upcoming year to Kansas City, Missouri. So hopefully there's big cash flow and all kinds of stuff going on for them in the meantime. And who knows what's going to happen. Here's a question. Are they still going to be the Chiefs?
Right.
Their logo is an arrowhead, literally.
Right.
So it's like, and I also wonder, you know, there are conversations around, and I'm very uninformed by this, so I don't actually know what I'm saying technically with this. I don't know if people had problems with it. I don't know if it was ever a conversation. But of course, when they changed the Washington Redskins names to the Washington Commanders, that, you know, the Redskins are also kind of in the same realm as like Arrowhead, Chiefs, whatever. I would say that the language is much less offensive, obviously. Yes. But I wonder if there would be a change in that as well. You know what I mean? Like, because I always wondered, like, even like the Chiefs sound and the tomahawk and like all that. It's just, you know, I'm curious as to like
if that's still like
people had a problem with it. Yeah, even at the time, because obviously with the Redskins they really did have a problem with it. So I don't know. Yeah,
I'm curious about that too.
And they changed owners as well, didn't they? From the Redskins, that changed before they changed to the Commanders, and that was like a big part of the change.
No, I think it's still the same guy because I think they still hate him. I forget his name though.
Dan.
Yeah, Dan Gleesack.
Snyder?
Maybe. I can't remember. Dan Snyder?
Dan Schneider?
Yeah. Is Dan Snyder the
He's also
Nickelodeon
the
guy?
Nickelodeon guy, but I think it's the same. I think they're the same name.
Maybe. But it says Arrowhead will host 6 World Cup matches.
There we go.
Including in the round of 32 and quarterfinals.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so this is really so interesting.
So it's really going to pop off like soon.
Yeah, this ESPN article, this is so interesting because I highly recommend reading this ESPN article. It's from Nate Taylor.
Okay.
He's just talking about how, like, you know, this is a massive blow to Missouri lawmakers because they've been like trying really hard to save this team because this is the 3rd NFL franchise and the 2nd in a decade to leave Missouri.
No.
I forgot the Rams left St. Louis.
Right, St. Louis.
So like I guess it's just like, you know, they rely on this for a lot of the economy and the stuff of Kansas City in Missouri. Shit. So they're like, damn. And they're also nervous that the Royals are going to leave too because remember the Royals stadium was right next door. To. Yeah.
Well, that would kind of make sense if because again, what are they going to do with Arrowhead? I'm thinking about what they did with, like what they've done with like the stadiums, the Mets Stadium. Yeah, they turned it into like Forest Hills, what used to be Shea Stadium, and then they created the what's it? MetLife? What's over there? Not MetLife. Sorry, it's
That mall?
City Field. It's become City Field, but Shea Stadium, I think, still exists and is now something else. I'm not sure
maybe
what
they use it for like minor league stuff or something.
Maybe. I forget right
I
now.
do think that they might keep it the same name because he said this will give Chiefs Kingdom a state-of-the-art facility for multiple generations, a building that can last for at least 50, 60 years. We believe it's the best thing for the region. It'll give Kansas City the opportunity to bid on events that we can't host right now, like Super Bowl, college football playoffs, and the NCAA Final Fours.
True, and that is fair. I mean, that stadium, while huge, it's not not easy to navigate getting in and out.
Yeah,
and neither is any stadium. But if you're doing a Super Bowl, imagine a Super Bowl there. No fucking way. Like they're just getting in and out logistically would be a total nightmare. So I don't know. I definitely feel badly for the people of Kansas City, Missouri.
I'm curious to what our Kansas City listeners are thinking about this.
Please, when we do our voicemails for Thursday, we would love to actually hear people's thoughts. Either send us a note or something, because I am curious if this was like a sad thing or if people are just happy to see their team. Like will you still support them as your team if you're not
if they're not in your state anymore?
What will they be called? Like still the Kansas
City Chiefs? I think they're
Chiefs?
Still going to be called the Kansas City Chiefs.
I guess so.
And I feel like maybe they would have said like with a rebrand or something.
Totally.
Like they haven't said anything about.
I'm just so curious. I'm curious about the name stuff. People might not. Maybe it's not a thing. Maybe I'm being the too woke friend. Like who knows? Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
it's just funny how that slides and
right, and then like Chicago Blackhawks, like why is that allowed? Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe it's the terminology. Definitely. Like Redskin, I think is like offensive.
That's definitely offensive. Yeah, for sure. But I would have assumed all. Like even the Florida Seminoles, they've got like tomahawk shit. I think, like it's just I'm curious.
Oh, you know what they do with the Blackhawks? I will say is I'm pretty sure they'd have like this big thing in the beginning of every game where they like acknowledge that they're on like stolen land, and I think they maybe make donations towards reservations and stuff. But I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah,
I think it's really how they handle their relationship with.
Did they do that at Arrowhead?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Memory of maybe seeing that.
Yeah, maybe
somewhere. Maybe I made that up. I don't know. Regardless, best of luck to the team, I guess. Yeah. Best of luck to the franchise. We'll be curious to see who from the current franchise that we know will still be there. You know? Again, it's 5 years away. Yeah. Which isn't really that far. And Mahomes will definitely still be playing in 5, I'm sure.
Yeah,
will he be with the Chiefs? Who knows? But we'll just have to
that's
see.
like the whole thing that people are talking about with like Travis is like, if Travis comes back next year, he's gonna be playing with the long-haired guy. What the fuck is their backup quarterback's name? It's not Baker Mayfield. I always get him it's on the tip of my tongue. It's not Baker Mayfield, but I always get him confused with Baker Mayfield.
I can't think of his name at all.
Chiefs backup quarterback. It's like with a G. No, wait. Gardner Minshew. But I guess Gardner Minshew got hurt
as well. He tore his ACL in the same field. Oh. Yeah. So now there's the third guy.
Yeah,
third
Shane Bucali.
Yeah. Bucali? Did I make that up? And he's, and he's doing his best, but
so it's like, is Travis gonna come back to like play for like Gardner Minshew?
That's more what I'm saying. Like I don't know. I think that the conversation now more than ever surrounding Travis's retirement seems more relevant, and we'll just have to see.
Yeah, I saw an interview where he was asked. I think it was after the game.
Oh yeah.
And he was kind of like, yeah, I've just been, I've talked to Andy, whatever, and we've kind of just been like, we'll just take it like by ear, what I mean?
He said I'm gonna have conversations with my family and my teammates and my friends and
like not make any rash decisions.
When we need that to make that decision, we will essentially. But I will say that the tone was a lot more like, probably, like it wasn't so like he wasn't annoyed by the question at all. It was almost a little. It felt a little more resigned, like I was expecting these kind of questions, and I do have the answers, but I don't want to talk about it right now.
Yeah.
He did hit another milestone though. He is now thrown or caught 13,000 yards. Caught 13,000 yards worth of footballs.
Yeah, he's the third tight end in the NFL to reach 13,000 yards.
Hell yeah. And the only one in Chiefs history, I believe.
Hell yeah.
So shout out. Yeah. Okay, moving past football a little bit. Congratulations, SD Heim! Yay! Heim. I do like this every time. Heim. Congratulations, SD. She had a little New Year's Eve wedding in LA, and Taylor, of course, was there alongside Stevie Nicks.
Yep,
and her brother too, right? Austin was there too.
Yeah, Austin was there as well. She was wearing a full gold sequins dress.
Yes, very long gold sequin dress.
Yeah. It had her hair up.
Yep.
couldn't really tell like anything because it was very blurry pictures. Obviously, like she had no idea her picture was being
It was like
taken,
a drone photo.
Yeah,
and we didn't see
like,
anything else past that, right?
Yeah,
like,
no,
I don't
not
think
at
I've seen
all.
a single photo outside of that.
Dress looked pretty. Not
It
my
did.
favorite look of hers, but it very much reminded me of Evermore. So I was like, I'll take that Evermore shout out.
Extremely Evermore. I would have liked the dress. I don't know. Based on the dress that they think it is because of the top drone shot or whatever. I'm not a big fan of like an empire waist kind of dress.
Yeah.
I feel like it doesn't do much for me in the boob department. So personally, it's not my favorite style. But I love a gold sparkly dress, and it was New Year's Eve. So I'm very curious to see what everybody else is wearing.
Fit for the occasion.
Yeah.
I really loved the Alana and the other sisters' bridesmaids dresses.
Gorgeous. The light
they were
blue.
Gorge.
Yeah, I loved that.
And
well, so here's the question, Gia. We were discussing. We weren't sure if we really liked Estee's wedding dress. That's just.
Yes.
It's just it's a very specific style. It
was
that
very
high neck Victorian.
Yeah. Very unique.
Similar to Fortnite music video.
For sure.
You know what I mean? But I later saw a photo of her. And it was a totally different. It looked like a totally different dress.
It was a jacket.
Got
so she took it off, and then it was like a spaghetti strap.
Okay.
V-neck, and it was much prettier with the jacket off. The jacket was a lot.
Maybe the jacket is just like a fun. Then I like it much better. I thought it was like a full on like old timey corpse bride dress.
That's what I thought too. I was like, okay, that's an interesting look.
Which I don't hate.
But then she took the jacket off, and I thought it was beautiful. And I will say she had like a second look and she like took, and it was like a 2-piece thing where like it was a second look, and then you like take the skirt off, and it was like a short dress.
Cute.
And it was very pretty.
Very cute.
So, and
I didn't see that.
I thought she looked fabulous, and it's her wedding, so whatever. She can wear whatever the hell she wants.
She can wear and do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing more photos because I need to see more of what she was wearing. I didn't see that second or third looks.
I think she did a video with Vogue.
With Vogue, yeah. I didn't watch the whole video.
Goes through all the different looks.
I'll have to go back and look.
Yeah.
I stopped at the part where she was like, "Oh my God, this is perfect," and it was the
jacket.
jacket.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't even know it was like a dress, a jacket. I thought it was like a full dress. But yeah. Like that's like, to me, it looks like a whole thing. And while I do think that is like a very interesting
silhouette,
look, it's just one of those things where it's very specific.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like not everybody's gonna like that, but without the jacket,
right,
for sure.
I agree.
For sure. Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
That was the second look.
Second
and it
look.
had like it was like lace
I
and
love
long.
that.
And then
you take
off that longer part, and she had like a little short dress, which was cute.
Love. Here we go. I'm just looking. Oh no, she's still talking. I gotta watch this whole video. Oh, here we go. And she comes out. And it's adorable.
See, that was really cute.
See, that's very, very whimsical, fairy.
Very cute.
Really, really sweet. Oh, here's what they think Taylor's dress is. This big long dress, a Rabanne dress, which would make total sense.
And then you see like Paul Thomas Anderson like put on like a movie, like like watch party.
A New Year's Day. It was like a New Year. Did I send it to you? No, I didn't. It was like a New Year's Day movie marathon list, and it was like Casablanca, Casino. I think like maybe when Harry Met Sally on there. Like he had hand selected like 10 movies that would play all day long. I assume in like the post wedding brunch lunch hangout that people typically have,
which was cool.
Which was really cool.
Yeah.
So fun. No sign of Travis, but was he playing football?
Yeah, he was playing football. And apparently she went right back to Kansas City on New Year's Day.
Ooh, love that. Cleaning up bottles with him on New Year's Day.
Cute.
Oh,
very cute.
Oh, I love that so much. Very, very sweet. New Year's Eve was, of course, Taylor full, as always, for all of us, or for most of us, Swifties especially, but it was also Swiftie-centric for those watching Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen's New Year's Eve celebration. Andy had Anderson read the lyrics to Wood live on air, which is so fucking funny.
Yeah, it was really funny. You guys have to watch it if you haven't seen the clip. It's so funny. And it's like exactly how Wood should be taken. Like it's funny. It's a
funny
joke.
And cute and cool.
It's cute. Like it's silly. And that's the way it should be. And Anderson was just like cracking his ass off, and so was Andy. And They were very funny. Did you also see that Brandi Carlile was talking about the Gaylors?
No,
but but I think she was misinterpreting what a Gaylor was, because she said the gay Taylor Swift fans.
Okay.
So they were doing.
What did she say?
They were doing this very funny segment with Brandi Carlile called like do lesbians give a fuck about this or something?
Oh,
do
and they asked about heated rivalry, right? Yes. And she was like, that's all I've been thinking about. Yeah.
And so they asked, do lesbians give a shit about Travis and Taylor getting married?
Yeah.
And she said, I think the Gaylors give a shit about that. But then she followed up with the gay Taylor Swift fans. So I think she thinks that Gaylor means a gay.
I don't think she knows.
Gay, who's also a
which
Taylor
is
Swift
a
fan.
common misconception, you know? But I am.
But when she said Gaylor, I was like,
oh, fuck. All the Gaylors at home are like, Gaylors mentioned.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. No. Of course. I'm sure Brandi Carlile is not plugged all the way into
there's no way
the toxic corners of the Gaylors.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she's right. The gay Taylor Swift fans are probably excited about it.
For sure.
You know? That's really funny.
Yeah, it was very funny. I was like, oh my God. Live on CNN.
Oh my God. Yeah, what?
Yeah.
That's so hilarious.
Yeah,
wow, I did not see that at all, but that's really, really funny. I am always on the fence I personally love Andy Cohen. I think he's a total fucking mess. And I think that he's funny for it. He's unapologetic. He makes a shit ton of money. He knows how to manipulate people into making him a lot of money. The Housewives. And I can never tell if he's like an op or not when it comes to Taylor.
Yeah.
Because he's best friends with John Mayer, of course. But it seems like at this point, it's maybe water under the bridge. Like they're not friends, obviously, but it's not like they're out here saying like, fuck that or fuck whatever.
No. I don't think he's ever been like intentionally shady. Like he'll ask questions for people to be shady.
For sure.
But he
he stays out of it.
Yeah.
He knows how to maneuver, like I said. But I worried at first when I saw that clip because I didn't watch it yet. And it was like Andy having Anderson read the lyrics to Wood. I said, this motherfucker better not be making fun of Wood.
No.
But it was not like that at all. It was very much we're all laughing and having fun.
Yes.
And the way that I wish everybody had accepted it when it first came out.
Exactly.
You know? So
Brandon Walker.
Shout out. Yeah. We don't forget. I got a list of names and yours is in red underlined. So yes. Shout out to them for doing a great job in bringing levity to the stream.
Yeah.
Or stream. It was just on TV. It's not a stream.
Yeah. It was really fun. I watched like pretty much the whole thing, and it was really funny when they had Colbert on.
Yeah. I love it when he says a bossy bottom. Colbert, watch your mouth.
I thought that was so funny. And they're like talking about like how like Anderson's like a part of the Vanderbilt family, and Anderson was like, they were one of the families that ran out of money the quickest. I was like, okay, Anderson, like they're still the Vanderbilts.
Exactly. He loves talking shit about like he loves to like extricate himself from like the riches of the Vanderbilt family. But it's like, Anderson, girl, like be real.
Yeah, like we all know. Like you don't have to poo-poo it.
Yeah. And we love you for you. Don't worry. It's added lore to your story. And we like that
Andy
you're a Vanderbilt.
low-key kept ripping on him for being a Vanderbilt.
No, it's amazing.
It was really funny.
I feel like they do that every year. He'd be like, once I get a couple of drinks in, they're like, oh yeah, Vanderbilt. Like, what do you have to say about it? So funny. So to round out the year, what?
Speaking of, gotta list the names yours in red underline.
Oh.
No rep TV Voltrax on New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah, I meant to say before. Whoops. Okay, sure, fine.
Nose is on.
Nothing. Oh, I meant to say that way back when I was saying that the fifth episode of the docuseries came out on the 23rd. No reason as to why that moved, huh?
Yeah, no.
I was also hearing
it was Stranger Things.
Maybe it was, because I was hearing also from insider info potential grumblings that Wicked for Good was going to go on streaming that weekend as well, but then it never did.
No,
I'm curious about what the fuck is going on. No reason, I guess.
Yeah.
Move right along, y'all.
Maybe she just wanted to put it out early.
I will say that it is 2026, which will be the year of the horse. I forget if we've discussed that. Chinese zodiac, of course, very important. Year of the horse will be, we'll be riding our way into success, moving forward, leaving behind the year of the snake, which was 2025, and also a year of shedding skins, etc. However, keep in mind that it is still the year of the snake in the Chinese zodiac until like the beginning of February. I think February 10th.
Okay, good to know.
February 10th or February 17th or something is like the start of the new year, technically. So we're still in the year of the snake.
Okay, so we'll have to see.
Just saying.
We'll have to see. I feel more towards a debut Taylor's version.
A debutation?
Because of it's the 20th anniversary this year, right?
Yes, I believe so.
So that would make a lot more sense towards that, but we'll see.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. So, but rounding out the end of the year, we of course had a couple of milestones, one of them being that Taylor Swift joins the Beatles as the only acts in history to have the biggest album of the year in the UK, 2 consecutive years with different studio albums. And
amazing.
For Taylor, it was Life of a Showgirl and Tortured Poets.
Yep.
For the Beatles, Oh, my face is so itchy for some reason.
Ooh.
I don't know why. I have so much lotion on now. For the Beatles, it's let's see, With the Beatles, and I just don't know the Beatles albums names. I wish I did. I should know. I am a Beatles
Yellow
fan.
Submarine?
Yeah. No, I would know that one. That's Sgt. Pepper's, I think.
Yeah.
Regardless, congrats to her on that. But something else I thought was really funny. The chart data put out the most streamed female artist on Spotify each day in 2025. And I just want to say that the entire month of January and all of January, February 1st through the 9th, all Taylor Swift. February 10th through the 14th, SZA.
Love.
And then February 15th all the way down to the 28th, back every day, Taylor Swift.
Love.
Then from March 1st to the 6th, Taylor Swift. 7 and 8 was Lady Gaga.
Okay.
That was when Mayhem came out.
Okay, got it.
And then March 9th all the way until March 28th. I'm sorry, until March 27th, Taylor Swift. 28, 29, Ariana Grande.
Love.
When she released the deluxe.
Extra.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we have March 30 all the way. Still going. Still moving. Oh my God. All the way to August 28th was the last day. And then August 29th and 30th, Sabrina Carpenter.
Nice, because that's when Man's
Best Friend came out. And then back again, August 31st, all the way, let's see, until December 24th, Taylor Swift. December 25th, one day only, Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
And then right back to Taylor for the end of the year.
Interesting.
So Ariana, Sabrina, and SZA and Gaga.
My faves.
The only women who could dethrone on a day or two.
Love.
And SZA really held her own for a few days.
Good for
She
her.
had the longest stint. I think 6 days was her, or 5 days for SZA during her time. And wow, I think that's so crazy.
Yeah.
Like every single day. Like how funny does that look all as one?
So crazy. I mean, she's just
It's
untouchable
nuts.
almost.
Absolutely.
I know you're
Burning
campaigning
brighter than the
very hard
sun.
for Mayhem for Album of the Year.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to campaign for Man's Best Friend.
I think that's really sweet of you to do, but yeah, girl. I think that's really nice.
I know. I just love that
I think
album
that's really
so
nice. I do
much.
too. I love that album, but
Yeah.
Mayhem is the tits. Like
Yeah.
it's too good. She's got Killa in there. It just seems to me like an album that would win
I agree.
that award.
I agree. I don't know
And
if Man's Best...
she's not won. Someone
Best
told me
album?
someone told me that she's not one. It's like a Beyonce situation. Let's see. Lady Gaga.
Wait,
album
what? Fame Monster
of
didn't
the
win
year.
Album of the Year?
Let's see. Nope.
Wow.
No, she's never won the main award. She was nominated for The Fame Monster, Born This Way, and Love for Sale, and she hasn't won any of them.
What the effing
So
F?
it's time for Gaga to
Yeah,
win.
okay, I agree with
Mayhem
that.
was incredible.
Sabrina
and also,
still has
you
a lot
know,
of years ahead of
she's
her.
a lot of years, but I will agree that Man's Best Friend is an excellent album.
so
And it
good.
deserves to be nominated at the very least.
Yeah, it is nominated.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Forgot we have nominations already.
Have you listened to the Such a Funny Way?
Yeah.
I really like
I
that
really
one
like
too.
it too.
Yeah.
And it feels really, again, very relatable.
Yeah, totally.
One of those things. But no, I was listening to it a lot over break, actually.
I
Man's
just
Best
find
Friend.
myself gravitating towards it like all the time.
Yeah.
It's just so catchy and fun and I just really loved her. I love her.
She's fantastic. She's amazing.
This is non-Taylor, so we can.
Oh, okay. Mine's also piggybacking off that in the way of that I'm certainly leaning into Sabrina too. I would say the second the plane took off from JFK until the second it landed again, the only music I listened to besides New Year's Day was West End Girl by Lily Allen. The entire fucking time I was there. I was literally staying in the West End. Like I was a West End girl for the entire time, but wow, is that like I wish that album would get nominated. Like I'm not saying it's better than Mayhem.
I think it might have came out past the.
I think it did.
Yeah.
Oh, it definitely did. Yeah.
But
it was next year.
Really good.
Next year, get in line, everybody else, because it is so good. The storytelling, it's better. Every listen is better than the last.
Yeah.
So shout out to her. Gia, I was putting together my end of the year video. I did a little snippet of videos that I had on my camera roll over the last year, which of course started out, I was going to do one video from each month. And then I was like, wait, I did too many things. And turns out I had a really productive year. But one of those things was this very sweet holiday Bowl and Branch event we went to.
Yes.
And it was so sweet that I even included it in my thing. It was like a really pretty fireplace from the cool like penthouse that they had that event at.
It was amazing.
And it just really had me thinking about how they always have our back here at Taylor Watch and how excited I was to get home to my cashmere sheets.
Yes.
And I slept like a baby the last 2 nights trying to fix my jet lag. And thank you to Boll & Branch for being there for me in those moments.
Yes, and we were able to see their go-to combo of the signature sheets with the waffle bed blanket. We were able to feel the softness, the breathability, the quality. It was just amazing. And on its own, the signature sheet set is an iconic essential love for its buttery soft feel that gets softer with every wash, and the waffle bed blanket drapes you in soft, springy, near weightless warmth that of their most coveted texture, and together they create the softest, most breathable bedding experience designed for better sleep season after season. Both the sheets and the bed blanket are loved by millions of sleepers, made to get softer and loftier with every wash, and yours to try with a 30-night worry-free guarantee. So discover a softness beyond your wildest dreams with Boll & Branch. Get 15% off your first order, plus free shipping and returns at bollandbranch.com/TaylorWatch. That's Boll & Branch, BOLLAND branch.com/TaylorWatch to take 15% off. Exclusions apply.
But okay, moving into non-Taylor. What was first on your list? What were you about to say?
I was just thinking, I don't know if you saw, but like Sabrina and Veronica
Yes,
Solokowski.
from SNL.
Yeah, and Emma Chamberlain.
All
we're
chilling
all
in
hanging
Canada.
out for New Year's Eve. I was like, damn, I would really love to be in that friend group.
What a fucking crew, by the way.
And what's his name from...
Oh, yeah.
He isn't overcompensating, actually, but he's also
He is
in
overcompensating.
Adults.
I love that show, Adults.
Yeah, me too.
What
is his name?
I can't think of his name.
And he has the podcast.
He's also friends with Taylor. I'll tell you right now. He's Owen Teal.
Owen Teal.
I always forget poor Owen Teal.
He just had Connor's Story on his podcast too.
Yes.
But I was like, damn, I would love to hang out with that friend group. And
What a
Kyle,
crew.
Veronica's boyfriend Kyle,
He was
so
there.
funny.
He was there, and he made it on like Sabrina's
Yeah,
Grid.
I know. In like the dump, I know. And I was like, damn, like Veronica's so lucky. Like
She really is.
She just hung out with Sabrina during SNL, and they became besties.
You know who else they were hanging out with? I don't know who. They were all at the same thing together in Canada. So that means that these people also know Sabrina Carpenter somehow. Do you follow Levi Corlin and Will, her like husband, boyfriend, fiance? They're like sexy. Like they definitely have like OnlyFans or something like that.
The boy is the chef and the girl has red hair. Yes.
So they posted
that they were with Veronica.
They were with Veronica as like they're like debuting her as their new baby or whatever.
Yeah.
Here it is. Like cracking up.
Yeah, I saw
Which
that.
by the way, like, are they the sexiest couple in the world?
Oh my
like,
God, totally.
I am obsessed with them.
And I'm obsessed with how obsessed he is with her. Like they're so cute together. Yeah.
It's like really it's very sexy.
Yeah,
the whole thing about it is very sexy. But they do live in Canada, and it does seem as if either they are friends with Veronica already, or maybe they were all hanging out with Sabrina. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But this is a great crossover, and I love to see it.
Yeah, I was really enjoying all the pictures, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't know that Emma Chamberlain was friends with Sabrina like that.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew? So yeah, just a real star-studded affair.
Just wanted to shout out that
Sabrina's
squad.
Sisters were there as well, right? Or at least one of her sisters.
I think she just has one sis.
She has one sister, right? Why do I always think there's two? I don't know why.
I don't know.
Maybe she has a bestie that comes with her too. She definitely
How's your sister? How's Shannon?
Is that
Shannon is her name.
Yeah. Right. And doesn't she well, I like when I see the videos of her sister like giving people the business, like getting them out. So maybe it is
and her
only
friend
one.
Paloma too. I really
maybe
like
that's
Paloma.
who I'm thinking about. Paloma.
I think that's who you're thinking of. Paloma's her bestie that like sometimes Paloma like will walk out first.
Yes.
And
she'll act like she's
yeah.
Okay.
She's really funny.
I think I'm thinking of her.
Yeah.
Regardless, very fun. Just seemed like a lovely time.
Yeah.
But we cannot bring up Canada without bringing up
so true.
the heated rivalry finale. Oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was everything and more.
It was everything and more. And the show is just, oh my God, wait a minute though. We have more undercover beef to be starting with the yak. Unfortunately.
Oh, no.
I know.
Are they talking shit?
Just not so much shit, but Big Cat specifically. So we're not looping in all of the yak.
Okay.
Just Big Cat. Apparently he had said his critique of Heated Rivalry, which hilarious that he watched it, and who knows how much he actually watched. His critique was that it was bad acting and corny. I said, okay, sir, just say you want to get kissed on the lips. Like that's fine. That's fine. Say you don't want to get caught being vulnerable and having feelings. And
bad
whatever.
acting.
I've never heard a worse take. On the acting in that show.
I wonder if he like maybe only watched the first episode.
He can't have watched much. That's all I only saw that tweet of him saying that. I did not dive further into it. If there was more nuance to that statement, then I preemptively potentially apologize, but I'm already pissed off by that statement. Bad acting and corny? You're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah, that's
out
disappointing
of your fucking
to hear.
mind.
I feel like maybe I could be like, I understand that take if you've only watched the first episode, because like honestly, there's not much acting. Like it's
a lot of sex.
It's a lot of sex, and it's a lot of like eyes and physical moments and things of that nature.
Intense moments.
Yeah. So I can maybe understand if he's maybe just watched the first or second episode. But yeah, no, I completely disagree. I mean, I feel like
horrible take.
I was so disappointed to hear that they couldn't be nominated for Emmys because it was an international.
Because it's Canadian.
Yes, I was like, I thought that they would be a shoo-in for that because I thought that the acting was incredible. I feel like Connor and Hudson put their bussies
into that
legit.
Shit. I think this was a very similar situation with Schitt's Creek, and so I'm wondering, because Schitt's Creek was a Canadian show as well. I'm claiming it was also Crave or something, or like it was a very small
I could see that.
Canadian outlet. Let me look it up, because it's their trajectory was let's see, SCHIT, Schitt's Creek original network. They were originally airing on the CBC, which is the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, and then it got taken over by Pop TV, which is in the US, and then taken by Netflix.
Yeah.
Pop TV was his US debut, and then Netflix took it, and that brought them to critical acclaim.
Right.
So I do foresee something along those lines, maybe a partnership with an American company, so they have this eligibility.
Well, HBO.
Right. So right. So what's the technicality there? Like maybe they can be like a part investor.
Everyone's saying that they want it to stay.
Yeah.
Because like
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
I like the way that it is, but maybe they can come to some sort of agreement where it's like, yes, we have this partnership, but like the budget is yours and the creative is all yours, and whatever.
Right.
Like maybe there's a world in 2026 where we can have it all.
Yeah. Because they deserve, in my opinion, they deserve nominations at least.
You know what I bet they'll do this year is they'll like present an award together.
I hope so.
I pray.
At
the Golden Globes.
Oh,
they'll have like a moment where they like
yeah.
He'll do his accent like
my god, I'm dying dead.
Which, by the way, I've not listened personally, but shout out to Quinn. My girl over there, Carolyn Spiegel, she like runs that whole thing. She created it, and now obviously is like the CEO of the company still. And they have their finger on the pulse like nobody
really
fucking
do.
else. And getting Connor and Hudson to do a like steamy story together was incredible. She did say, like, their social people, they were like, listen, we tried to get him to do the accent, he wouldn't do it, which is fair.
Yeah.
But the response on the story that it is, it's like a fairy fantasy type, like two fairies in like rival houses or something. It's basically Heated Rivalry, but fairies,
like fairies,
and without the Russian accent. But apparently it's very good, and they do a really good job of it. Evan Ross Katz was doing his slideshow quoting like direct quotes from it.
Okay.
And so people are loving it. So if you're into that, it's audio porn. Like it's for masturbation, etc.
Yeah.
But I would say it's well worth the listen if you're into it.
The only reason I got thrown off from it is that Connor's not doing his accent.
Yeah.
But
it seems like people got used to it pretty quick, and they were fine.
Right,
There
okay.
seems to still be chemistry there, despite the lack of accent.
For sure.
So
okay.
no worries.
We'll have one of us has to be boots on the ground.
Yeah. Well, I have a subscription, so I'll be the boots on the ground.
Okay.
I haven't
don't have a
listened
subscription,
yet.
but I've been thinking about it. But you are so right. I mean, like after Summer Nights Parade, they got Chris Briney to do it.
Yep.
Like they really do have their finger on the pulse. They
have had Andrew Scott. They had Andrew Scott from Fleabag do it, and he did like I'm pretty sure he did like a priesty thing, like maybe like a something or other. I forget exactly, but if you go on there, oh my God, they also had Jamie Campbell Bower. Speaking of Stranger Things, way before this season. But yeah, a lot of good shit.
Good to know.
But back to Heated Rivalry.
Yeah.
The show itself, the story itself, I like the last episode. Them at the cottage. I just felt so. Like it did feel really relatable. It's like you're finally away.
Yeah.
You're like together. You're just doing normal shit, like grilling a burger and sitting around the fire.
Yeah, it was so
Ilya's
sweet.
like antsy. Like, is this all we do is sit around the fire? It's like, yeah, man, just chill.
And
like,
I love that the juxtaposition of him like in the beginning being like, is this it? And then like by the end, like I keep calling it Hudson, but Shane's like, oh, do you want to go inside? And he's like, no, like he wants to stay sitting out. And I just like the part where he like says, I love you to Shane is just so sweet. And he's like talking about his mom. He's like, she would have loved you. Oh,
I cried my eyes out at that part. I cried my eyes out.
So sweet.
Really sweet.
It was really just, I mean, like, you can feel it through the screen. Like the chemistry that they have is just unbelievable. And the one part that I have been, it's all over my Twitter, I just can't get it out of my mind, is when they're swimming in the water and Ilya's like, give me a kiss.
Yeah.
And he like, it's just so cute and simple. He's
so cute.
Like, and I saw a really cute tweet that was like, you know, they did meet when they were 17 and they never really got the chance to be like these cute, like childhood lovers, like whatever. So like now in the cottage, they can finally like be all over each other the way that they wanted to. Yeah. And it's just so cute.
Well, they can just let their inhibitions down. And something that I know that we've discussed a lot when talking about this show and the appeal of it. Not only is obviously these guys are hot and the sexy scenes are fun and whatever and
there's
scandalous.
Barely any sex in the last
couple there weren't. Yeah. But we had talked about how it's just nice to see it's just nice to see vulnerability, you know?
Yeah.
And Francois Arnaud, our guy, the prince who was promised. Scott Hunter, who what were we saying about him? He or what do they say about him? That he broke down stone through the first brick at the through the first brick at the stone wall and of sports or whatever. Yeah. Hilarious. But he had this to say. The sex is how they hook you, and then they kind of really break your heart by the end of it. Women, but really everyone, are really tired of emotionally unavailable men, and to see people open up in that way and characters show up in that way on TV, it's a rarity, and I think we're ready for it. Yeah. And that just perfectly encapsulates what we've been saying just about this show in general. And I think that, you know, whatever your interests, being able to see two people who maybe feel like they can't be together and there are societal pressures or otherwise and insecurities, et cetera, whatever, being able to peel back those layers and have these moments of truth, even when it comes to Shane, you know, unfortunately, it does suck. I was sick to my stomach when, like, you know, spoilers, obviously spoilers for this whole thing. Yeah. When the dad shows up at the cottage and he sees them, and then he has to now come out to his parents and this moment and whatever. And those are, you know, it was something that he was insecure about. He was afraid of. He wasn't sure how they were going to treat him after. And, you know, his parents' reaction, which was his mother was just like, I'm sorry you felt like you couldn't tell me.
Yeah, that was so
Please
sad
forgive
and sweet.
me. Yeah, like there was so much wrapped up in this episode that I think it was just really beautiful to see these conversations and to maybe feel nervous and scared, but then for it to work out and be fine. Like, okay, it's an adjustment for a sec, but it's okay.
Yeah.
And mostly because the guy was, Arrival. That was the biggest thing. They were like, we thought you hate this guy. Yeah. He's like, no, we've literally loved each other since our rookie season.
Yeah. Like, and then when the dad was like, since the rookie season.
No, it's adorable.
That was so sweet. I forget who said it, but someone was like, it's really nice to see like a positive like coming out story. Like not everything has to be like this big moment, like this with fighting and controversy and all these things. Like it was nice to just see like a family, you know, obviously being very confused and a little thrown off, but like at the end of the day, like they just want to be there for their son and help him as much as they can. And as someone put like the scene of Shane eating with his parents in the beginning, where it's just like Shane and you see like the back of his parents' head, and then it goes to like them sitting at the table with Shane, and it's like they really look like a full family with Ilya at the table and everything. It was very heartwarming to watch something where you thought like, oh shit, like this is about to be
something's
bad.
Gonna go wrong.
And like to have, you know, both of his parents be very confused but accepting was very like, it was just nice to see for once in media, like everyone just kind of being like, yeah, this is a beautiful thing for you guys, and they're clearly in love. And when Shane's like having like a little bit of a panic at the table, and Ilya's comforting him, like, and the parents are seeing like how much they really care about each other.
He's like, you're safe here, your parents are here, your boyfriend's here, and he's like, my boyfriend. That would be me.
So cute,
like,
my boyfriend. It was so cute.
Loved. No, I thought it was very, very well done. I thought it was tasteful. I thought it was loving, caring, you know, drama free for the most part, and just a a really good portrayal of that scenario.
Yeah.
And,
I really love the mom.
I love the mom.
She's so funny.
Oh, yeah, she was
okay,
wheeling
so
and
we're
dealing
gonna tell
right away.
Rolex, and then we're gonna do this. And then, like, maybe we can have you guys combine and do like a little like thing. And it was like, it was so great.
Also, what a moment where they're talking about how like Shane's coming up with the plan about how they can like he's gonna come play for Ottawa and I'll be with Montreal and we can do a charity together for mental health because of your mom and whatever. And Ilya just like being so touched by that. And like, I love it. I love
sweet.
The idea of them planning to like keep like combine their lives.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful.
Something interesting for season 2 is someone, I guess, look, I haven't even started the second book, so I don't know really what happens, but someone was like, they don't really talk about it in the finale, but like Ilya going to Ottawa is like a huge downgrade for him in terms of like hockey. Like they're not good, like the way that the Raiders are.
They did talk about it briefly in the way of like, I think Shane mentioned like Ottawa would be thrilled. Yeah, they need you or they need someone better or whatever. So
so I think that'll be like a big
thing.
Plot point in the second season of like,
why is he moving to? Why would he do that? Like I can just see the talking heads like Biz and the Spit and Chicklets guys talking about a trade like that or whatever. How funny! Wow.
And like how Ilya will have to kind of like handle being on like a team where that like doesn't win,
totally
like, and like
huge.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Wow.
It's more of a sacrifice than people realize.
Of course. Of course. And what we sacrifice for love,
Yeah, literally.
Everything and anything. But shout out to Heat Rivalry. Wow. Can't wait. Season 2 obviously already in the works. Everything's complete gangbusters. They're not going anywhere. And I do hope that it stays true to how it's being portrayed as it is. Jacob Tierney.
Yeah, he's crushing it.
You've got the keys to the kingdom.
Legit.
For sure. Stranger Things also happened over the break. Big moment. Big series finale. I feel like Gia hasn't seen it yet.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. I've seen
fine.
so much negative about it that like I can't even get myself. Maybe I'll watch it tonight.
I actually disagreed with the negative. I thought it was a nice little wrap up.
Okay.
I won't get in. Actually, we won't get into it too much in case people haven't watched yet. I don't want to spoil a whole.
Let me watch
series
and then we can talk
finale.
about it on Thursday.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So, but I will say that personally, I thought it was nice. And I thought it was fine. And there were a lot of like nostalgic moments and flashbacks and stuff. Like everything was really kind of wrapped up in a good way, in an interesting way, and there were a few like heart-stopping moments. Like they did a good job with it, I thought. Yeah. So whatever. The
I gotta form my own opinion. I gotta watch it for my own opinion. I just saw like so much.
I saw it before I saw the response online, and I was into it, and I was excited about it, and I went expecting people to have liked it. So I was surprised to actually see that response.
I think if you liked it, then I'll probably like it. Yeah.
Okay. Then a little update. Traders actually premieres January 8th. Yeah. I thought that we've been saying January 6th.
I know. I thought it was January 6th the entire time, too.
So how annoying. So we have to see. And at this present time, we're pretty sure. Let's look it up right now. Traders premiere date and time.
January 8th
exclusively
is what I saw.
on Peacock. Oh, with the first 3 episodes dropping then, followed by weekly releases. So maybe It's not saying exactly what time. I need to know what time. So if Traders drops at midnight Wednesday, oh no, not even then.
No, it would be Thursday.
It would be Thursday.
Yeah.
But would it be Thursday at like 9 o'clock? Like when they drop the first 3 episodes?
Yeah, like 8 or 9, I would assume. Thursday at 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we might just not be able to recap it until Tuesday episodes.
Okay, so here's what we'll do. Let's do episode 1 on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Episode 2 on Thursday, and then we'll go a week behind maybe, or because the first 3 episodes will be out.
Okay.
And by the time, so if we do episode 1 on Tuesday, episode 2 on Thursday, episode 3 the following Thursday, when episode 4 is about to premiere that night. Would that be too much time in between? A whole week?
Yeah, I know. I feel like it might be too much time.
All right, so we're gonna have to see how it goes. But I as of now, Traders episode 1, it sounds as if we're gonna have to recap it for Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we'll do episodes 1 and 2 Tuesday and Thursday, so you guys can catch up, and then maybe we'll see what the timing is like for 3 and 4.
Yeah.
For 3, because 3 will be out.
3 will be out.
We'll keep you posted. Everything changes every minute,
it's
but
hard.
Tuesday's going to be the first one, unfortunately. We wanted it to be Thursday, but it's going to be Tuesday.
Yeah, but we will be fully recapping.
We will be, and we did see a few of the arrivals, the conversations.
Yeah,
Donna's involved. I mean, it's going to be fucking
Donna,
awesome.
Lisa Rinna.
Front and center, Lisa Rinna.
Yeah, of course.
As she should be.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I really love the
leopard.
exchange with Maura Higgins and Rob.
And Rob.
She was like, are we going to be like on each other's side? And Rob goes, maybe.
Rob is a really
he's so nonchalant villain.
He's very nonchalant villain in a good way. Like I kind of forgot. Like I like Rob, but I kind of forgot how he moves. You know, so it'll be really funny to watch him with all these other people. I'm very curious as to how that's going to go.
Me
really,
too.
really pumped up. Major breaking news: couple alert, flirt alert, flirt alert.
Yeah.
Alex Earl and Tom Brady. Holy fuck! What the hell?
The way that this has like taken over everybody's minds.
It's amazing.
I mean. We were getting like boots on the ground videos before they even hit the mainstream.
I knew about Alex Earl and Tom Brady before Dumois.
Yeah,
so
same.
like we both did. So it's crazy that that people, first of all, insane that so many people were in St. Bart's for the new year.
The billionaires.
All the billionaires on their yachts. It was literally one big yacht party. We gotta get there, by the way. I need boots on the fucking ground.
Who do we know that's a billionaire?
There's gotta be somebody, a friend of a friend.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like Alex Earl got invited. Yeah, she's a famous influencer, but it's like
I know.
She brought her friend, you know. I mean, there's got to be friends of friends. We have to know somebody that is willing to bring us next year. I will make sure to leave my New Year's Eve schedule open for next year.
For St. Bart's.
And you know,
I don't know.
Alex ended up on a boat with like.
To be honest, though,
I would want to go.
I would just feel so self-conscious the entire time and just be staring at everybody like.
I would be
Glenn Powell.
I would be for real. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Alex was on a boat with motherfucking Glenn Powell,
Kelly Teller,
Miles Teller,
Nina Dobrev,
which they're his friends. They're all hanging out all the
crazy.
time. I feel like we got to get in that group. We got to get in that group, and I feel like we're not too far away. But regardless. What a moment. They're out. We're seeing videos of Alex and Tom rubbing his back. They're flirting, whatever.
So funny.
And to that I say, good for her.
No, good for her.
Like, her.
Hook up, whatever. Maybe they didn't even hook up. Who knows? Have a fun
I hope
night,
they at least had a smooch.
St. Bart's, and then whatever. It's not like they're going to be boyfriend and girlfriend.
No, who gives a fuck?
But
if they are, who cares?
That would be crazy.
What an upgrade. People be saying that. They're like, what an upgrade. Because how do you...
I don't like Tom like
I
that.
think that he's not like a husband.
No.
I'm talking about like fun, flirty,
for sure.
rich and famous.
Yeah,
she goes from Braxton Berrios, who? And then it's, motherfucking Tom Brady.
People are like being so annoying about that. Like she was just crying about Braxton. Now she's like first off, I think her and Braxton broke up way longer than she announced it. And second off, who gives a fuck? She's allowed to do whatever she wants. She's single.
Chill the fuck out. Right, she's single. And also she's
you're
just
allowed
hanging
to
out.
handle a breakup whatever way you want to handle a breakup.
None of your business.
Yeah.
I think it is fresh on people's minds, not only because she's going through a breakup and she's now able to talk about it now that Dancing with the Stars is over, but also remember she and Braxton were in the Eras Tour doc. Yeah. And so it's like 1 week you're in the Eras Tour doc, next week you're on a billionaire yacht.
And it is
with
crazy.
Tom Brady.
Like,
it's amazing. It's amazing.
Tom Brady's the goat of the sport that she just dated, like her ex-boyfriend's in. It's crazy.
It's just like kind of awesome. Like I love everything about it.
No, I love it for her.
I asked my mother.
And I liked Kelly Teller's comment like on her Instagram. That was like 5 a.m. debriefs. Like,
yes.
Kelly and Nina were like, girl, you're good. Like
100%.
You're just having fun. Like,
hyping her ass up.
Yeah.
As they should. And they are good friends to have around in that scenario.
For sure.
I would always want Kelly Teller around for a situation like that.
100%.
You can tell she's a friend that would encourage you to like, you know how you have certain friends that you want to do something, but you only ask certain friends because you want the answer that you want.
Yeah, exactly.
She's like the friend. It's like,
for sure.
should I go? Should I talk to him? Should I do it? Like she's that friend.
Yeah.
And I would say last on our little listy, I wanted to shout out her Kelly Teller specifically because she received a beautiful gift over Christmas from Miles. Of course, we know that their home burned down during the fires over the summer, right? Was that summertime or was that a year ago?
I want to say it was the summer, yeah.
But their home tragically burnt down, and they've just been going through a hard time, and you feel bad for them. And obviously Miles was getting all that flack about us included. I feel a little badly about that. Us being like, are they still even really friends? I'm sure they're friends. We shouldn't have been jumping to conclusions in that way. But Kelly had opened up a gift, and Miles had her wedding dress remade for her, which she obviously lost in the fire. And that, to me, I was an absolute puddle. I couldn't believe just such a
thoughtful
sweet,
gift.
thoughtful thing, right? And that's the kind of thing, like, that's the kind of gift. Maybe that was expensive because it was a wedding dress. I'm sure, whatever.
Oh, sure.
And yes, it's a material thing, but that is the
sentiment,
thought, the sentiment that it means so much to so many. Like, it's, of course, it's just a thing, but in those moments where you lose all your things and to have it again, it's just, it's A+ by miles.
Yeah.
Way to go.
And I will say, I watched Eternity.
How was it? I haven't watched it yet.
So good, you have to watch it.
Oh my God, okay, maybe I'll watch it tonight.
So good, it really like reignited my love for him.
Hell yeah.
Because he hasn't really been in anything since Top Gun.
No.
And he was fabulous in it.
Wow, I can't wait. Okay,
fabulous.
fantastic.
And I love Turner is just woohoo.
I love him, and I love Elizabeth
Liz.
Olsen, of course. Liz Olsen, of course. And last note, Kelly Teller, not of the Sperry Shoe family.
Kelly Keegs has been
for years
spreading false rumors.
Years, I've been telling people.
There could be worse rumors to spread.
Literally years. Since the second they got married, I've been like, she's from the Sperry Shoe family. Literally for years. So whatever. Sorry. Sorry if you believe me over these years. But yeah, apparently she is not. She's just rich. They're just rich.
Yeah.
Who knows? But shout out to them. Shout out to everybody that had a lovely holiday, all the celebs and otherwise.
Yep. I hope all of you guys had fabulous Christmas, New Year's, all of the things.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was sick on my couch.
Yeah. You gotta have a makeup week, a makeup celebration.
Yeah, maybe.
Day.
I'm going to Chicago this weekend. It's TJ's birthday on Friday.
Oh, amazing.
So
oh my God, happy almost birthday, TJ.
Woohoo,
Capricorn King.
Yeah.
Love it. We love a Capricorn.
Yeah.
But yes, if you guys want to, of course, Thursday will be our voicemail episode as usual.
Yes.
If you want to leave a voicemail about anything we discussed today, anything you feel like you want to bring up for the year ahead, go ahead and call
347-450-0723. 347-450-0723.
Call, leave a voicemail for us, or if you're feeling shy, go ahead and text that number. Just save it in your phone. And whenever you want to get off your Swiftie takes, give us a call, give us a text.
We actually got a really funny text today that said, "Is this Taylor Watch the podcast?"
And the answer is yes. Yes, it is. So go ahead and get those in before we record on Wednesday afternoon for the chance to have your topic discussed on Thursday. And until then, we will see you later.
Love you guys.